Hey everybody, I apologize for being a minute late for adding this on. I said today we're on day 20 of this workbook here. So we're on our day 20 now. So we're getting close. We almost 3 weeks in, starting tomorrow, like of actually doing this workbook. We about to get out of this collection talk. So what we got, how many days we got left of talking about collections? We just got these last 2 days that we're going to talk about collections, and after that, y'all, we're moving on to the next topic. I think we didn't talked about collections at that point enough. Like we're not going to continue to talk about it. But we're going to talk about whether or not you should pay for collections. Y'all know how I stand with my suing thing. Um, I'm going to talk outside of just that. We're going to talk the statute of limitations in terms of if they have the right to actually sue you or not. We're going to talk about the limit they have to be recording the debt. We're talking about if it's new or if it's old. We're going to talk about sometimes you want to get back with a company or you want to get in with a company that you messed up with, so you want to just pay that debt. So we're going to talk about that. We're gonna talk about who own the debt. I told you all that portfolio recovery will do like a pay for deletion. So, that will change a lot of things. So today we're gonna look at the debt. And again, y'all gotta figure out when y'all see y'all collections, y'all gotta decide, do you want to dispute it, do you want to negotiate, or you just want to wait on it? And I personally I think that we should always just send in a dispute, because no matter what, you need to get the account from it off your credit report. So if you're trying to apply for a credit card, a mortgage, whatever you're trying to apply for, they're not going to want to see that thing on there. So I think that regardless, we need to work to remove it from your credit reports. That's just how I'm thinking about it. But some of y'all think differently. And I don't want to sway you all in how you think fully. Like, I don't want to be in a convincing business. I feel like the last few days or just the whole time I've been talking to you guys about, oh, we need to sue, we need to do this, this, da, 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 da. I just want you all to first just get into let's get into the disputing part, period, first, because people are getting it kind of confused. I was talking to a few people today, and I realized you guys are getting this confused in terms of the suing. Y'all think y'all just can go out here and just sue these companies. You gotta think about it. Y'all gotta build a paper trail. You gotta have a reason as to why you're suing these companies. Now, I'm not trying to be y'all attorney. I'm not trying to give y'all legal advice. I just know what it is. And I'm trying to get this thing to start, but I'm not want to light my candle. But I just know what it's going to be, and I know what it is. So I want you all to just look at the collection as just cleaning your credit, which was the main thing. All we was thinking about at first anyway was y'all cleaning y'all credit. Okay, the suing thing, look at that as extra. Okay, don't confuse it, don't overthink it. Like, just think of that as something being extra. Okay, so when it come down to your collection, you have to think, if you all have a collection of your credit reports, don't forget it should be the collection can only stay on your credit reports for 7.5 years, right? So think about it like that. If you all are thinking about ever paying on a collection or what you should do about it, the collection not supposed to be on your credit for longer than that 7.5 years. And that's from the first day that you became delinquent. So that was the last time that you made a payment on it, or that was the first day that you failed to make a payment on the original account, not the collections, but on the actual original account. So keep that in mind. And then also too, um, you want to think about if it's newer or if it's like affecting your credit score. Like if it's one of them newer debts that's on your credit reports, not like an old collection. This collection is 6 years old. Then you want to think about, okay, do I want to just pay this thing off? Also think about the balance on it. Okay, some of y'all trying to buy houses, they don't want y'all to have more than $2,000 worth of collections. Y'all might want to settle some of those collections out to get them off y'all credit reports. Again, when I say settle, I'd rather y'all sue and settle on the other end. That's just me being honest. Okay, and when you guys are paying these collections, and you guys, like, if you're paying it and you don't have an agreement that they're going to delete it, all they're going to do is update your collection as paid. Okay, so that's going to be a huge thing. If they just update your collection as paid, that's not going to help you. So let me show y'all what that's going to look like, because some people are confused, okay, about that part. Some people think that they could just pay these collections and like that's going to miraculously raise their credit score, and it's not. It is going to show that you got a paid account on your credit reports, and that's not what you want. You want it to actually be deleted. Like if you pay that thing, you want to delete it. I always talk about the like I always break it down in terms of like I'm not gonna break that. I'm tired of saying that example, but you just don't want it on your credit report. It's 7 p.m. You not in the mood for this? Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad that you can't flip up. I feel so bad for you. Okay, so this is what I mean by pay collection. So let me go and find a pay collection so y'all can see. So y'all can understand that just paying these collections ain't it. So y'all can see this collection right here says paid. This one say paid too, right? And then also this one says paid. This one say paid. It's still on your credit reports. It's deleted off of this bureau. I think that's Experian, right? Yeah, that's Experian over here. But it still says paid. It still say paid. That's not helping your credit. Okay. Again, still reporting. You need to make sure that you completely get it deleted off of your credit. Okay, that's what you all need to do. You need to get it completely deleted off of your credit because that's how you're going to be able to see that increase in your credit. Okay, and then also think about the age of your debt, who actually owns it, and whether it's legal or not. I talked to you all so much about debts being legal. Let me actually clean my camera for you all. I talked to you all about debts being legal. But you have to look at the date on some of these debts. Like this one says it's a collection, it's 2015. So some of these debts gonna fall off naturally. Well, they're supposed to all fall off naturally, but sooner than later, So this one right here is from 2015. This is an older credit report. So act like we're basically in 2020. That's how old this report is. I didn't want to get anything that was like very new as an example. But this is like one of the old these the last date activity was in 2020. So this is already on there. Think about this already be on there for 5 years. It's before it came to the collection company, it's probably been like an additional year. So they probably only got one more year to report this account and credit reports in general. So I would just say don't even think about disputing something like that, especially because that account was going to be coming off very soon. This one is from 2020. So I mean 2016. So think if we're in 2020, that's 4 years old. Okay, so that will be 4 years old. So you just want to look at the dates on here. This one right here is technically 2 years old, but we got to see what's the last date of activity on it, the official date. But this one says paid anyway, so that means that they just paid that debt. But you just want to look at the date, see how old it is. If it's something that's fresh on your credit, you literally about to buy a house, then maybe you do want to do like a pay for deletion. But understand, all these companies don't do it. You got to get that in writing, and this them just you paying your collection. I just showed y'all how these collections just updated as paid, and that's not helping you. You need it off of your credit in terms of helping your credit score. So again, I want y'all to look at y'all collections, and I want y'all to decide whether you want to dispute it, if you want to negotiate it, or if you want to wait. That's going to be something that y'all have to think about. Okay, so that's going to be the biggest thing on whether you should pay your collections or whether you should wait. Now, yesterday in a 9 p.m. class, we were supposed to, so like when we did this class right here, for the raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days, when we did this, I actually we actually like documented all of our disputes. So remember I was telling y'all about we have to track our disputes. So we did this as an example for like TransUnion. We did this for an example for our Equifax dispute. Hi, good evening. And then we did this one for our Experian dispute. So last night, what we did is I actually did this with them where we actually just organized all of the debts on here so that they can do their tracking. Where was that at? Oh, it must be right here. Yeah, this is how we organized it. So remember when we actually did our actual disputes to the credit bureaus? I know you all remember that. Um, we didn't actually track them. So I was just trying to come up with an easy way to help them track it. So remember when we did our disputes like this? So this is the one that we sent out to Equifax. We, we sent this one to Experian, and then this one right here we sent to TransUnion. We actually came up with our tracking. So I showed them how you can do the round one bureaus. We put Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion on here, and then we listed all of the accounts that we disputed. We put our tracking numbers on there too. So we put our tracking numbers on here so that we can go ahead and track it. And then this day right here was the date that they actually have it. Okay. and this is the date that they actually received it certified. And then we say, okay, based off of these dates, this is the date that we need to do more disputes, and then we just copy Experian all information down here. So I just want to show you all this just in case you all have not like fully tracked your certified receipts. I know that we already did our disputes already, but I want you all to definitely track your receipts. So I said, hey, you can write this inside of your workbook. You have plenty of space in here to write. So I said you can write it in at the end, or even like I was showing you all like this way. Remember, I was showing that you can track it in this way here. So you can pick which one you like. You can do it that way. You can do it this way. You can put just your certified numbers there and the dates, and then your round two certified numbers and dates, and then two, when you actually send letters to the company, you can put them there. So I just showed it just like this where I typed it up, but I wanted to also show you all this method. Now let me wait because I think I've seen some questions and I want to make sure I answer it. How can you help for a check system on credit? So, and of course, y'all have the dispute letters for check systems, and it's in sections 1 through 10. So I have the actual dispute letter that you will have to create, and then I also have the example. So you have that for free inside of the course. Okay, so if it only in how many credit cards did you start off with? Because I would expect it to go up more than 4 points. Was that when every credit card was added, or? And did you already have like did it have an annual fee on it at all? I Yeah, so I answered this one right here about the check system. So I said, hey, you have that inside the course. So you all have a check system dispute letter inside the course, but I don't actually do it. Like I can't mail out that letter. I gave you all that letter for free. You'll have to mail that inside the course. So you'll have to get the letter. It's an example so you can see what it's supposed to look like, kind of like how I just did this example for disputes, but it's an example. And then it's also the letter that you'll have to fill out. That way you'll know what it should kind of look like when you actually do the disputes for check systems. Was the creditor sues you, but it's in another state. Well, I'm not an attorney. I can't give y'all legal advice, but if they sue me, they not in, if they sue me and it's in another state, I would try to see if I'm getting served, and then I would let that state know that they don't have jurisdiction over me. So the course is free as long as you buy any other books like down below, you'll get access to the course. And so it's a course that comes free with the books. But yeah, my professor made that very, very clear. She said, hey, if these companies don't have jurisdiction over you, don't go back and forth about no debt, no nothing. You just let them know that right away. Um, I live in Vienna, of course. So there. Yeah, so if that happened to me, you gotta think about it. When you think about like if I look about what state can I sue in? Um, I can sue in a state where the problem occurred, or I can sue in a state that the person live in, you know, and then they'll have to think about suing in federal court if it's actually diversity there, meaning that they are in one state, you in another state, but they should have gotten the attorneys that's in your state. That's what they should have did. They should have just got the attorneys that's in your state. You would have think that that's what they would have done, just got the attorneys in your state. But I want to know about those. Let's see what she answered about those cards, because that's okay. She didn't answer it. Okay. So yeah, that's one thing we talked about. We talked about diversity. Usually they'll sue you in state court wherever you're at, where you already, I mean, where you once there, and that's probably why they sued you there. Like, how did that come up? What made them think about that state? Like, why would they sue you in South Carolina? And then how did you find out about it? You telling me or you asking me the question about me teaching credit? Are you telling me or you asking me? But they bought the debt from somebody who wrote it off already. So So the thing is, Selena, so you're let me I'm gonna back it up a little bit. So you said what if a creditor sues you in another state? A creditor is the company that you actually got the money from. That's Capital One, that's Discover, that's Navy Federal. That's the original company that you got the money from, right? So then um you said that they bought the debt from somebody who wrote it off already. If they bought the debt, they're a debt collector. They're a collection company. They're not the creditor. So you have your you got the collector, the collection company, and you have the creditor. Those are two different things because they both have two different rights, and you want to make sure you distinguish them both. Okay, so you're saying that the collection company, the collector, sued you in South Carolina. Yes, so that it's not the creditor. The creditor is the original company, y'all, and the collection company is the collector. Okay, so that's a collection company. So that should really be easy then. If you ask me, that should be very, very easy. If that was me, what I would personally do, if I could be honest with you, I would see if the account is on my credit reports. If it is on my credit reports, I would send the dispute letter right away to the credit bureaus asking them to remove that debt. If it's not on my credit report, and if I know who the original company is, like where is it from? Was it your Capital One debt? Was it your Discover debt? Was it your Mission Lane debt? Whoever it is, I will send a letter to that company and I'll send a debt validation letter to the collection company. That's what I would do. If I actually got served for the debt, then when I actually show up to court, whether it's your device is heating up. Why is my device heating up? If I actually got served, I will actually answer it. And in my answer, all I would say is, you do not have jurisdiction over me, period. My professor said in class, if a state don't have jurisdiction over you, meaning, they only can see people for their state. They can't tell nobody else in a different state what to do. You should have came to my state and told my state to do something about me. You can't go to another state and try to tell South Carolina to do something about me when I'm in Florida. You should have came here in Florida, then they could have did something. So since the thing is technically in Virginia, I think that is. If since it's in Virginia, I would answer, and in my answer, I would literally say, you do not have jurisdiction over me. That's what I would do. I would say, you do not have jurisdiction over me. I don't know where this debt come from, and I'll leave it at that. Like, I am not showing up for court. You know, I will actually mail in a answer, and then I will send it out certified mail. But one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going back and forth on the debt. My professor made it very, very clear, y'all. When they suing us and they're in the wrong in this sense, we can't go back and forth because you opening up some type of questioning. And again, we're saying, hey, you can't question me in my state. You're right. They haven't garnished me though, and they better not. They better not garnish you. That's crazy. I would, yeah. If I were you, I would send that thing out right away. But only reason why I said too, I would send out the letters to the credit bureaus. If it's on my credit report, send it out to the credit bureau, send it out to the original creditors, send it out to the company that's reported. Only reason I do that because I would set it up so that I can do a counterclaim or I can sue them. That's why I'm really big on y'all. We have to sue them first. I would rather do that than they pop up and saying, "Oh, we have a lawsuit for you." Like, I ain't got time for that. That's just how I look at it. I don't have time for that. Y'all better go ahead and just swallow that little money that you saying I owe. That's just how I'm viewing it. Because the point that you finna go to another state and try to, I just look at it like, a small thing. You finna go to another state. I'm not trying to make it into anything big. You finna go to another state and talk about me. Um, you finna go to another state and tell them to garnish my wages, and you're not even doing your stuff correctly. Like, think about it like that, y'all. And then they want you to not show up, and they want to show the proof that they served you at whatever they served you at. These courts sometimes don't look at this stuff, and then next thing you know, they are garnishing you. And it's like, hold on, y'all didn't even do the procedures right. Like, that's crazy. Can you explain a little about what you got in your books? So yeah, I wouldn't. That's just crazy. That's what I would do. I would send a letter out to the courts like right away, and I would send out certified mail. But I would actually do it as an answer. So whenever I'm not trying to be y'all lawyer. I'm not trying to give y'all legal advice, but somebody got to say it. Like, I'm sorry, I just can't sit back and like have us be I would call it just be ignorant. Ignorant means we just don't know. I was ignorant for so long, just didn't know, right? Straight getting violated. And that's why I feel the way I feel about these companies. So if these companies want to actually sue us, y'all, they have a procedure they have to go about it. Same way if they want to communicate with us, they got a whole procedure that they want to go about it. And that's why they already know their procedure to sue us. And that's why I'm trying to teach y'all our procedure to sue them. The same way they think they can sue us, we can sue them too. Same way they looking for money, we can be looking for money too. Because I think you're gonna go to another state and try to garnish my wages, y'all. And that happens a lot too, you know. That happens a lot where these companies are just doing whatever they want to do, and we're not saying anything about it because we don't know how to. But whenever they decide to sue you, like, let me give you an example. For like the lawsuits that I do, when I do a lawsuit and I send it to a federal court, so let me talk about it also into the book. So this is my book right here about suing. So I have settlements with all three credit bureaus. I have settlements with collection companies, and then I sued my creditors and had like $40,000 of debt that I did not have to pay. And then also, I just sent a dispute letter and threatened one of my other creditors and had like $35,000 that I did not. Oh, my phone is tweaking that I did not have to pay. Okay, so this is what this book is. It just basically tell you the steps to be able to sue, like how the collection companies know how to sue you. They know that they got to go through certain things, and if they can do a loophole thing where they can sneak their way in, which is what they're doing, trying to go to another state. I basically told you, hey, listen, these are the steps. This is what I learned from my professors on how to sue. This is how stuff should be handled. So when we send a lawsuit out to these companies, the same way when they send a lawsuit out to us, they have a certain amount of time to answer. If they do not answer and they were actually served, then we can get a default judgment against them, and the same thing with us. So like, Julie, go make sure they're okay, or see if that's him putting the wash machine in. So, for example, when I put a lawsuit in federal court, they got 21 days to answer. If they don't answer, I can file something with the court saying, "Hey, judge, they did not answer. Give me default judgment. This is what I'm looking for. I want this." And they doing the same thing for us. If we don't answer, they can just basically say whatever because they were served and they did not come to defend themselves. Okay, so this one right here is about suing. Now you asked, do I teach credit? So right now we're on day 20 in this book. This one right here is going to basically teach all about y'all credit, building y'all credit. We're just doing it all together. So today what we're supposed to talk about is whether or not you should pay collections. That's what we're supposed to talk about today. So we've been spending like a week now talking about collections, y'all, because they are the most ruthless ones. I wonder why they're saying it's heating up, y'all. Let me see if I can unplug this maybe and see if that'll help. But they, to me, they're the most ruthless. So we spending about a week inside this workbook because we're on day 20 talking about just collections. Okay. So by the end of this, my goal is when we go into the new year, I want y'all to be up 180 points. If y'all just do everything that's in here and then y'all also follow those steps that I told y'all earlier, get your 4 credit cards, get you 2 installment accounts, lower the balance on your credit cards as much as you can. I would like it at 5% or less, especially if you're starting off. If you get some new credit cards, don't run them up. Just keep them low, remove our inquiries, make sure we have less than 5 credit cards. We should be able to hit that target. So I do this one right here. I do this one at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and then I repeat like what I'm talking about now. I'm gonna repeat it again at 8 o'clock but I kind of went over everything that I need to talk about today. So I'm just gonna spend this time just talking to you all about anything that I think I missed, or if y'all have any questions, I'm gonna answer it. We did everything that we supposed to do today. This is more like a guided thing. Just do what you're supposed to do that day and keep it moving. Don't let it stress you. This is supposed to be like a smooth sailing thing. Don't want this one to stress you. Okay, now this one is at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and again at 8 o'clock. Our last day is December 31st because it's 75 days total. Now, this one right now, right here, this one is gonna stress you because you're gonna have work you gotta do. We're talking about getting 100 points in 30 days. Okay, so these are actual results from my clients. So we're talking about getting 100 points in 30 days. So it's work that you're gonna have to do. So this one is gonna put a little stress on you. I'm not gonna lie. This one right here is gonna put a little stress on you. But it's basically everything that's in this workbook. I just put it into a smaller time frame. So instead of 75 days, we're doing it in 30 days. Okay, so that's basically the books that I have. And then I also have my bankruptcy book that I hope will be out this weekend. It talks about bankruptcy and it also talks about our rights when it comes down to bankruptcy. This book right here, it needs to be really paired with these two books. Whether you could just do this one or you can actually do this one. You can pick and choose, but I think that you should really get all of these together, and especially get this. So you'll buy like the number 5 down there, and then what you'll do is you'll just add this bankruptcy on. The bankruptcy just basically tell y'all additional rights that we have when we actually do bankruptcy. Like, we do bankruptcy for a reason, and those rights should not be violated at all. So this one is not out yet. I literally just finished that up. I have to add it to the TikTok shop. You want to talk to me? So I usually you can send messages with you can when you have access to the course, you can message me there, and then also to I only personally talk to my members now, because like today was a rough day for me. I was sore from the gym, and I really didn't want to get out of bed. I literally stayed in bed, did my homework, did a whole bunch of work that I have to do with you all. I just literally stayed in bed and did all my work, and I literally just did my makeup and my hair right now to record. Like, if I can be honest, I only can talk to my clients because I'm already spread so thin with like me going to school and stuff like that, and then me already having you all, and then having the course. When we send certified mail, do we get the? Are you saying you should the one with signature, the return receipt? Because I just only reason I had this is because I needed to get return receipt for something else, y'all. I'm always with it. Like, these companies violate me in any type of way, I'm with it. I'm sending stuff out like certified. But the thing is, I'm only speaking off of my experience and what I have learned and what actually got settlements. And I just realized just a regular certified receipt to get you where you need to go. You don't need to pay this extra money for this here. You don't have to pay extra for this here. This right here is basically saying, hey, make them sign, right? That's all this is you basically saying, hey, make them sign. But we don't need all of that. I just don't I don't think we need all of that. This right here will do. Just your regular green certified receipt to me will do. Like, I don't think we need all of that. Okay. Yes, it's like 5 other additional fees you can put, but I want to get the one that needs to get done. So there's regular certified, and then there's return receipt, the green, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, I just don't think we need that. Some people say that they did that. And my thing is, if I can be honest too, I don't want to tip them off more than I need to. And that's just me being honest. I don't want to tip them off. Why would I pay extra? And then it's a chance that you're not gonna do what you need to do anyway. Y'all will find out the disappointment when y'all sending y'all dispute letters, but then y'all also see the excitement when if y'all actually go through and do a lawsuit and get a settlement. Matter of fact, let me check on this case right now. Y'all just gonna figure out like what it is with dealing with these companies. It's no point of y'all paying extra, and they not finna look at it no way, or they not gonna do nothing with these accounts anyway. So no return receipt. No, don't do the return receipt. Just do this right here. You'll be fine. Just do like the regular one. You'll be fine. Don't do nothing extra. There's no point of you paying that. I just need help for check systems. Well, we can talk about check systems. Just send in your dispute. Just that's all I would say. Just send in your dispute for your check system. You'll have you get in a course, you'll have the letters for check system. Just mail it out. That's literally it. That's all I can really say about that check system one. That's all you gotta do. Get your dispute letter and mail it out. Just list the account on there and just mail it out. And then I have not sued check systems, but they just a credit bureau too. Let's not overthink it. They just a credit bureau too. Okay, so check some of that stuff on there because some of that information is crazy. I have dang. I can't say certain things on here. I can't, honestly. I can't say certain things on here. I was just gonna say where you can find it. But oh, you mean all the way down to like getting your report and everything? Like, that's the kind of help you saying you need? Because I think that I always assume that once people know, I was gonna say, can you show us? Are you Yes, I was thinking that too. I was thinking it too. Okay, let me show y'all. So do you know how to get the report? Oh, why would my phone do that? See, I told y'all they do not like that. Like, what did I do wrong? Okay, y'all, let me pull this back up. I gotta realize that everybody don't know how to do everything. Okay, let me see. Maybe I need to take all this stuff off I got on here or something. I do got a lot of screens up. You just shut it off. So they don't like when I say certain things, so I be trying not to like say it. I don't want to tip them off more than I have to. Yes, I try not to as much as I can at least. Okay, y'all. So I told y'all that, like I can't. I think it's what I'm saying, y'all, that this is happening because I just don't understand why that would be happening. But do you know how to get the report though? If you're still in here, I don't know if you left when you realized something was going wrong. Okay, yes, we back. I don't see. I told y'all that let's not tip them off more than we have to, because they don't like that at all. But let's see if they in here though. I'll see and we'll get the report. And Kiana, did you send out your dispute letters already or are you about to send it out? And when it come down to y'all disputes, y'all, like I said, just send a certified mail and they'll give you this actual part of it. It'll be stamped. Y'all can just keep it right inside of here. Keep it right inside y'all folders. Remember I talked to y'all about y'all just having your own file. Just throw it up in here. And then too, when you put like your 1 month letters together, kind of like this, like I clip it on like this. Y'all can just put it up in here like this. I will be sending them out tomorrow. I wanted to make sure I right. Okay, good. Yes, you got the right kind. You definitely got the right kind. You just send them out. You just send them out using this right here. So this is what you will do. You will just send them out like just using this certified receipt right here. I'm reviewing the letters now. Okay, perfect. And try to when you do your letters going forward, if you ever get letters from people in general, try to tweak them if you know what I mean. You know how I got the layout of it as like your name is at the top and da da da. You ain't even got to do that. You can just literally start with your accounts. Like as long as it's on that letter, it's fine. I just don't want it to um Okay, yes, I'll talk about it. I was wondering if you were still here. I just don't want it to look the same. So you can move anything around. So that's what I would think. You can move anything around as long as the information that you have that's on that thing is in there. Like you talk about the reasons why I should get this deleted. You talk about your accounts with your account numbers. You got your name, date of birth, social security number on there, and your address. Even if it's at the bottom, it'll be good. I just want it to look different. That's it. Well, wait, I used a letter I found online from what you showed. If I sign up for it, you talk a child, how long does it take for access? Mm, you should have already gotten it. You didn't get access to the course yet? I just got one collection and one check system. And then who is your check systems with too? And do you know how to get your check system report? Because that's what I was going to show you. That's just the main thing to me. Some people don't know how to get that report. Oh, you don't know how to get it. Okay, I can show you that. And then after that, once you find your account, you just list them on the actual letter. But when you see it, you will see like you just got to put your name, you just put your personal information on there and list your accounts. I didn't sign up. I've been using what you shared. Job security. So wait, you did. I thought that you was in there already. Okay, hold on 1 second. Now I want to know what the letter look like. And when you're doing your thing too, because it really don't matter. As long as you got this on, you got your name, you identify yourself, you got your name, your address, your date of birth, and your social security number, right? And also you talk about the name of the accounts, the account numbers, and then the reasons why it's supposed to be removed. As in, hey, this is being re-aged. This is wrong with this account. Are you putting that on there? Because I feel like as long as you're doing that, you should be fine. Yes, I took notes. That's what they show us a few reasons we can use. Okay, good. So yeah, as long as you got that, you'll be fine. I think you'll be fine. As long as it's really what you're saying is wrong with the accounts. Okay, so let me see. I'm pulling up everything now. Let me see. Oh, see, let me see how. Okay, wait. How you gonna get the report? Identity theft, security freeze. You switch that thing around. Disclosure. Somebody's using. Yeah, so let me get that address for you. Because I don't see it on here now. Oh, so they just want you to register for a full-on account. At first, you just put your information in and they give it to you. Now they want you to register for like a full account. Let me share the screen because I'm like, hold on, y'all switch it up, which is smarter than if you can think about it. Okay, so here it is here. Let me switch my screen around. Okay, flip the thing around. Okay, good. So it's an X. Okay, y'all got it? Yeah, that's correct. I only provide the letters, but y'all got it right. Okay. So with them, they want you to register to actually get your report. So they want you to register. They have it where you can actually dispute too. So they'll have like the actual disputes that you can do. But again, register. And I like this one right here. Submit by other methods. And then I like the mail. Have you ever did like disputes to like the credit bureaus? Because this may be a learning curve. Like, have you ever did dispute letters to the credit bureaus? So they basically saying they're gonna mail a response to you. You must be 18 in order to communicate with them. Okay, let me show you what a dispute letter look like. Because if I show you this, then you'll know how to fill it out. So this is what a dispute letter actually look like when you actually fill it in. So when you look, you're going to see an example of the letter. It's going to look like this, where basically you put your name, your address, your social security number, your date of birth on here. This right here is going to be check systems. Like, see where it says Equifax? You're going to actually put check systems on here. And then two, you're going to list the name of the company. So when you actually get your report from check systems, you got to register. Once you get it, then you will know, okay, this is the name of the account. This is the account number. They'll tell you. You would just list it on here. Okay, and then you will say what's wrong with it. Maybe the balance is incorrect. I don't owe them any money. Whatever you'll put on there about the account. And if you got multiple accounts, you can list them on here. Multiple, it's going to be similar to this. This is not it, but it's similar to this. Okay. And then two, you should only have to put your first and last name at the bottom. I don't suggest signing it. And then you should have some information on here that you don't have to really mess with. You should just be able to leave it there. But that's basically how you'll fill out that letter. So you'll have to just fill it out. You'll have to get your report and like literally just fill it out. Say, hey, this is my name, address, social security number, date of birth. You need to get this thing removed. Should I request my report from Checks Online about me? Y'all can request them online. That's what we're doing here, right? It's just it's not no third party. Like Identity IQ is a third party who can give it to us. Okay. So they like a third party that who can actually give us that letter. They don't have a third party. You got to get it from the source. Okay, let me see. I got something for you. Let's see if I still got it. This is gonna be old, but it's still good. Okay. You just gotta. Yeah, you gotta find it. It's gonna be one of those things. You see this? These others. That's kickoff. I'm like, oh my gosh, why do I look like this? Okay, it's other people that talk just straight check systems it look like too. You got the credit plug, I love the credit plug. Okay, so you see you got resources. Okay. So yeah, you got resources for it for sure. That's what you're gonna have to do. Like it's gonna be one of them things where you have to research. Kind of like when I wanted to sue, I didn't have resources. I had to just search. And then also too, it's gonna be probably one of the things where you just gotta apply what you know, do what you can. It's gonna be one of those things. Let me ask though about the like if they don't do what you want them to do, can you sue them? I'm just being honest. If they don't delete the account, delete the information. Now you want me wondering too if there's any settlements with check systems. Yes, so you can still sue under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. You definitely can sue. So they must conduct a reasonable investigation. So like while we're doing our disputes to get accounts removed, we're basically sending a certified mail because they must conduct a reasonable investigation within 30 days. So it's the same thing with you all. Okay, everything must be 100% accurate. It must be 100% up to date, up to date. So yes, you definitely can. Um, and they settled. Okay, I just need to know. Oh wow, be careful too with doing it too, because when I'm looking up, like I like to look up other people that probably sue, like for sue check systems directly, and it looked like a lot of stuff was thrown out. They was not properly suing them. So like they tried to do a class action on them that they were reporting post bankruptcy account closures inaccurately, but that seemed like that didn't go very far. This was 2016, 2017, and 2018. Somebody tried to do a case against them. Oh, but listen to this. This may be good. So 2018, J versus Check Systems. This was in Ohio. The plaintiff filed a case against Check Systems and other bureaus too, but it was dismissed when a plaintiff failed to prosecute them. Don't forget, um, when they fail to prosecute, you can use Google too. When they fail to prosecute them, y'all look at that as, hey, they don't even, um, they probably just giving it up. Like they probably settling outside of it. They don't want to say that it's like a settlement. Remember, I told y'all that my professor said sometimes y'all gonna see cases say that that they voluntarily withdraw it. Oh, so look, and this another thing too. Check System said in here. So Check System said in here that it was an improper venue. Remember, I was talking to that person about, hey, they're not supposed to sue. Improper venue mean that they sued at the wrong place. But then also too, remember because they were saying they are resident. All the defendants must be in that state. They must have did state court. Let me see. No, this is federal court. Yeah, I want to look up this case more. I'm gonna look up some cases with check systems. So I would say send out your dispute and send out certified. That's 30 days. So they filed a complaint against Check Systems, Equifax, Experian. The complaint, the address is from Ohio. The complaint alleged that the plaintiff is an adult. Okay. Initial standing order. This is how we learn about cases. Like you have to just look up cases, like literally and read them. And I like to read ones that's I like to read some that actually have settlements. Look up the case here. Yeah, but the thing is when you look it up that way, you don't they be wrong and they don't have the information. You want to see all the documents, but I guess you can see certain things that way. So my professor, she told us about a lot of places that we can actually look up cases. We can look up the actual files. Like you're not depending on them showing you certain things. Um, so she told us about a lot of websites that we can go to, but y'all can Google it too. Y'all can definitely Google it because don't forget to when you ask them, they only showing you like a set something. They're not showing you like everything. So that'd be the worst part about it. So why transaction business. The complaint is completely devoid of any allegations of satisfying. Yeah, we learned about that long arm stuff too. So yeah, this I think they didn't do it right. Don't let that discourage you though. I wouldn't let it discourage you. You got to find out who did do it right. Y'all know how many cases that I've seen, like even in like you can go down to like my federal courthouse here, I can go down to the courthouse. I can see any case I want to see. And in their system, I can literally look up check systems and I can see all of the check system cases for my state for free. So I like to do that too and just research stuff down there. But you know how many cases were actually dismissed because people are not suing properly? That's why I was like, I need to probably just do the do a group for the people that's already trying to sue because at least they know that they can do it. You know what I mean? Instead of me like trying to convince other people, like, this is something that we can do. They already doing it. I filed a case with my court and I used case law to file and federal judge accepted. Yes, you definitely can do that. But I mean like researching cases fully. I wouldn't say depend on them fully. You definitely can do it. Yes, yes, you definitely can do it. Yes, you definitely can do it. You just gotta put it all in order. That's it. If you want to follow it, you talking about following it. They gotta look up what was so the thing is you gotta look up what angle did the other person win. What did they say to make these companies fold? That's what it is. Like, what did you say? What did you do? You know, what was their angle? That's the thing you gotta look up basically. You can call it that. It uses the data points. Yes, okay. Well, that's good. I'm happy it worked for you. Yeah, that is really good. So hopefully it worked for them. They'll have to just see. They'll have to look it up. They got to be determined. They'll have to see, you know, and then they'll see you got to think about it. It look like what I'm looking at right now with check systems. They not trying to play, so like you got to make sure you have all your ducks in order, you know. Because it looked like they sued them plus the bureaus together. And I don't know what their complete argument was. I'm looking at their order to dismiss. They wanted to get it dismissed, and the judge actually granted the dismissal. That's what I'm looking at. I don't even know what their complaint was. I can look at the complaint like, why you ain't say this? Oh, excuse me, why you ain't say that? We don't know what it was. This case from 2018 too. This is an old case too. So we don't know basically what they did say or what they didn't say. Okay, y'all. So for the 8 o'clock class, which is in actually 1 minute, um, of this workbook, all we're talking about, we finished up the last 2 days with these collection companies. So should you pay the collection or should you wait? That's all we're talking about today. Y'all know how I feel about these companies. Y'all know how I feel about paying them and all of this stuff. Somebody came on earlier, and I don't like to use y'all for an example, but it's good when other people can see it. But somebody came on earlier and saying, hey, a collection company is trying to sue her in another state. Um, and it just shows how these companies are doing stuff like they should be educated enough to know that they can't do that. um and it just shows. She said her comment, which was the thing that why I want to tell you all, her comment is they haven't garnished me yet. And the thing is, they shouldn't garnish at all. They shouldn't even be able to do any of these things. That's why I really stand by us attacking instead of just being attacked. I'd rather us attack. I'd rather us actually take action against them. I just would rather that. Like, seriously. I would rather that. I would rather us just put our stuff in, send all our stuff out, certified mail, send letters to them, send letters to the companies. I would really rather us sue them than to just sit around and then all of a sudden they suing us and now we're looking at them garnishing us and doing all these crazy things, okay? Because that is not going to help at all. Okay, so there are some instances though, like I said, some people may want to pay. Only time I really say people should think about paying is like literally you in the process of buying a house. Your credit was so good and they just literally just put this thing on your credit report like right now. Like you already found your house, you doing your appraisal. Well, you doing your appraisal, you about to close. But still, you could probably push it back some. But you literally in the process of buying your house. Like you found your house, you're doing your inspection and then all of a sudden this collection is added to your credit reports and it dropped your credit score. Not the point that the collection is on you, not that you owe the collection, but the point that it probably dropped your credit score and you are already on the edge. Like now it got you lower. The credit score is lower than what you need to have it at to be able to buy the house. In that instance, I say, hey, maybe you need to try to see if you can do like a pay for deletion. See if you can settle this account out right away. Because some of y'all, when you're in that process, you already done paid so much money. You already put your earnest money down. So you know it's a whole process. Now in that case, I say okay, maybe you need to go ahead and pay them. Also, too, if you didn't do what you need to do, and now they're trying to sue you, not they trying, they're suing you in court, and that, you know, I would think of it that way. Okay, maybe you do want to settle, especially if you went past the stages of like with your answer, you didn't put certain things in your answer, you didn't do your affirmative defenses and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to give you guys legal advice, I'm just talking about what I would do. Okay, I'm just talking openly about what I would actually do. Okay, so sometimes if y'all think about selling the debts, I say, hey, look at the age. Look at the age of the debts. Now, if it's a newer debt, y'all know that some people want to go ahead and try to settle those newer debts because they know it makes them on their credit reports for longer. Everybody don't want to sue. I understand that. So those are maybe if you want to settle, those can be probably the ones that you would want to settle. Don't forget, accounts can stay on our credit reports for 7.5 years. Okay, so when I say 7.5 years, that's when the last date of activity or last time that you paid on the debt. So take that into consideration, okay, on whether or not you should pay it. And then two, paying the debt does not increase your credit score, y'all. Y'all need to get the debt deleted. So in the last class, I was showing them this debt, right? These debts on here. So let me show it to you all too. All they're gonna do is update them as paid, and that's not going to help you all at all. You need them to be deleted. Staying paid is not what we need. We need them to actually say deleted on our credit report. So let me show you exactly what I mean. So like right here, it says paid. It's a collection. It just says paid, ERC, Enhanced Recovery Company. We don't want it to say paid. Again, this one says paid too. Oh, that's not the name of the company. The name of the company is here. Again, this is a medical debt. So we already talked about HIPAA for medical debt, but we don't want it to just say paid, y'all. We got to get this thing deleted. You know, the damage is already there. Okay, so we need to get this thing actually deleted. We don't want it to just say that it was paid. You would think that, okay, once I pay it, they're going to delete it. That's not true. So that's what I'm trying to show y'all right now. Y'all need to negotiate, if anything, that they're going to delete it from your actual credit reports. And this one looked like they probably been making payments on it or something. Now that I'm looking at it, the balance is lower than our high credit. Ain't no telling, cause look at the last data activity. I'm just finding more errors. I'm like, they do. I be ready to go after them. They're doing too much. But again, what their methods of putting stuff on our credit reports, y'all got to think about it. We have to stand up for ourselves. We got to find these different errors. So again, we don't want them to just say that it's paid. We need to get it deleted. That's what's going to get your credit scores up. Let me add the thing on here too, so y'all can understand like how much y'all credit scores can go up, especially for those people that only got that one collection on there. Y'all have to understand that's when your credit gonna go up the most because ain't nothing really stopping you, or it's nothing that's really hurting you. Like you ain't like you got it ain't like you got 20 collections, you got 5 collections, you got that one collection that's bothering you. Okay, so that's why I want to keep that up there so y'all can see that like you need to get that account deleted. And that does not say paid. It says it was removed. It was deleted from the credit reports. Okay. So we don't want it to just say paid. We want to actually make sure that that account gets deleted from the credit reports. Okay. So we talked about the pay for deletion. Y'all have that letter inside the course for free. So if y'all decide to do like a pay for deletion, excuse me, y'all have that option. Okay. Also too, I told you guys consider if the debt is old, if it's new. Also, I want you to consider who actually owns it. Like I said, it's certain collection companies that will automatically, like portfolio recovery, if y'all two come up with an agreement that you can pay a certain amount, um that you can pay a certain amount on the debt, as long as you pay it, they'll delete it from your credit reports. So in that case, you may be like, you know what, let me go ahead and give them this money because I settled with them. I didn't have to do anything extra. They already deleted from my credit reports once they got that payment, which is good. Okay, so that's why I said try to consider who actually has that debt. And rather too, if it's legally enforceable. If y'all outside of statute of limitations, do y'all understand statute of limitations? If I have a debt that's outside of statute of limitations, I'm not gonna pay them. Like they can't legally sue me either. I wouldn't do it. So you're very serious, awesome. I'm currently in a lawsuit with Equifax. The attorney got me for failure to state a claim. Still in court, but now I'm trying to figure out what to do, what to say next. Would they let you redo your um like would they let you revise your complaint? And are you in state court or are you in federal court? See, I don't like that. I want to just help you like, let me type it. Let me type it. Let me type up that complaint. I really want to do a series on suing, but I'm happy to see y'all coming out the woodwork saying that y'all suing. We just not talking about it enough. Like, you know what I mean? We're not talking about it. And it is a lot of people, I said earlier too, it's a lot of people that's suing, but um when you go down there and see a lot of them are getting in trouble for failure to state a claim. So I talked about that too. So Jerry, I had a case like that where all the attorneys got me for failure to state a claim, but I was in state court. I didn't know better. That's why I end up doing this book right here, and that's why I end up taking them classes, right? So suing to win. I end up I went took classes. I took civil litigation and college so that I didn't need it for my degree, but I took it because I needed to know how to do it in federal court. After when my very first case, you know, in state court, they literally give you one little box to say everything. And it's like, I don't know. I'm gonna feel like they put on my credit report, they not supposed to do this, they not supposed to do that. And it's like, no, you did not state what you were supposed to state in there. So they did the same thing, but guess what? I just want to say this too, Jerry. Well, this is no, I just thought about this is Equifax. So with Equifax, I filed my lawsuit in October and they settled with me in December. They got served, I believe, in November. So after they got served November, they settled with me in December. So I wouldn't that mean they not playing. And then what state are you in too? But with my case where I did the failure to state a claim, that's where I had $40,000 worth of debt. But they knew that you can always come back and fix it. So they was like, you know what? We're not gonna fight with this woman. We finna just delete this stuff from her credit report and call it a day. And they never tried to sue me. They never tried to sell these debts. So I was like, okay, good. I'm happy about it. You know what? I gotta see something now. Now that I just thought about it, I wonder did I put them in my lawsuit? I don't remember that lawsuit that well. But let me get back on track, y'all, because I'm gonna look that up now. I'm all into this. Okay, so like everyone know, whether they're legally enforceable, if it's outside the statute of limitations, we not gonna. I wouldn't think about paying them. They can't sue you or anything. And then two, I want y'all to know this information and decide, okay, do I want to just do a dispute and get it removed from my credit reports? Do I actually want to just negotiate with them and try to get them to delete it from my credit reports? Or if I want to just wait and see. Wait and see me, you just gonna just not do nothing. That's what I would look at it as. But you know, y'all have to consider the age and y'all have to see and look on your credit reports. And my thing is if they violating you on your credit reports, then there could be reasons why you can actually sue. So why would you want to just leave it on there? Like I wouldn't want to just leave it there. So wait, when I did that, what was my name at the time? Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up later because that's a good question. Now I'm looking at it because it was me versus them. Okay, I gotta look that up later on because I really want to look up that case now. But again, it was so I got in trouble. It was like one of the failure to state a claim thing. Did they get it removed from the system? Because why wouldn't I be able to find it? I'm gonna call the courthouse tomorrow and ask them. Yeah, because it should be on there and I can't look it up. That's that's strange. Let me see. What do we sign up for? Oh, so when you go, okay, you space it. I'm like, what does that mean? Oh, so listen, when you actually go in there, you want to see the companies that's actually actively selling your data. So sometimes you'll see it's like 50 companies here and 100 companies. You want to tell them to stop doing that because that's why y'all can have that chance identity theft. They just selling your stuff all over the place. They got your information. Then you can also, if I don't know if you heard anything about like the data breach, you can have that information because you could possibly use that in court as to, hey, I didn't know what this collection was, so I need to prove. Look, all these companies that actually violated me. Is that your real name, Jerry Westbrook Brooks? Because I want to look it up now. Like, I'm gonna look and see. Okay, so, but yeah, on there you'll be able to see all of the companies that's literally selling our information. Like, they don't forget they're making money. Okay, which letter do we see to them to stop? Oh, no, no, no. So when you go in there, it's something that you can do in there where you just literally clicking the buttons and they'll do it. They'll tell them to stop doing it. So it's not, and don't forget it's free for 14 days. Yes. Let me see. I actually see your case right here. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm just gonna look at it. I'm not trying to give you legal advice, but I just want to look. And then what made you not sue the other bureaus? I only see Equifax on here. I know you said you sued Equifax. Let me see, like, what your complaint look like. Okay, you did good. You put your certified tracking on there, which is good. Oh, they did you so you suing them saying that they didn't give you a credit report. Okay, so let me scroll down. So I see where you telling everything that happened, but okay, hold on. Let me see. I just this person said that they sued. I want to look. I'm gonna try to look at their case, but I'll answer y'all questions. If y'all have questions, I'll answer the questions. But don't forget today for the 8 o'clock class, all we need to talk about was whether or not you're gonna pay those collections, and I don't think that y'all should. Okay, let me see if you said anything to me. Okay. Oh, you didn't know you can do it all at once, but this can be a good thing for you because you know what? You can actually, I'm not trying to be a lawyer. I'm not trying to give you legal advice. Let me say that. I make that very clear. But I would think, okay, if y'all gonna throw it out, did you have to pay filing fees for it? y'all gonna throw it out. At least okay, you didn't. Okay, well, you can actually voluntarily withdraw the case if you wanted to. And I would go in and put all of them on there. And then too, and wait, so you said they didn't give you a complete file. When you say complete file, what do you mean by that? Because some people say different things. Like you feel like it was something in there that they didn't give you. I'm trying. And so your whole case too, honestly, is different than my whole case. My whole case was about reporting. Your case is about you didn't get your report. So that is a different, what you'll argue is different than what I would argue, or even what I try to tell people to argue too. Keep going. You want to hear it? Okay. I'm looking up something that you can possibly say. Argue. Okay, yes, let me look it up. Because when I was reading, it looked like they sent you something. That's why when you say your complete file, is it something else that you think you needed? Need help with collection? Should I pay to delete it? Drop my credit. I wouldn't pay for deletion. What I teach over here is straight suing, period. Especially when it comes down to the collection companies. And ever since I had my settlements, I'm sticking to that. And no matter what, if you think you're gonna do pay for deletion, for you to even sue, you gotta do dispute letters. So that's what we do too. We talk about dispute letters here. We already in this class, the 8 o'clock class, we already sent in our dispute letters. So even if you think you want to do pay for deletion, I say, hey, just try to do disputes. You got 2 months of disputes, and either way it go, you're gonna ask for a discount if you were to do like a pay for deletion anyway. So just think about it as you want to just pay the fees that you have to pay for this, send it out certified, your letters out certified to the credit bureaus. And if they delete it, then you didn't save money because now you ain't gotta um think about paying that collection company. And then what's the name of the collection company that we're referring to? Y'all got to think about too. Some of these companies move a certain type of way. Like they move a certain type of way. Like they act a certain way. There's certain ways to get around them. It's certain things that trigger them. It's certain things that help you actually win. Yeah, I think honestly though, Jerry, if I was I haven't really seen the cases like this, if I can be honest with you. Um, like with the case that you have. Now I signed them attorney. But I said, them attorneys said I don't have a case. I don't have a case. I haven't seen it. That's the thing. I haven't really seen these cases. Let me see let me finish looking at your court documents. Let's see what their argument is. I just looked at your complaint. And then senior summons, motion to order. Okay, let me see. So this is what Equifax filed for the motion to dismiss. Well, for the failure to state a claim. To state a claim. Okay, let me see what they said. If they didn't say anything about the collection company. Yeah, so I really want to see their case. Like, but if it was me, I would just be like, you know what? Because you can have that, plus you can have like his thing is he didn't get his complete credit reports. That's his whole like that's what he want to be his that's what he want his lawsuit to be about. I would actually just if because he said complete, so I don't know what it mean by complete, like you didn't get your complete report. I would keep that as part of my argument, but I will also bring in the errors on the credit reports because what he got on here, he got one count. He's saying, "Hey, you did this one thing wrong, basically." But if you bring in the other companies, and then also it's errors in your credit reports, then you can put multiple counts on there. So I was listening to a thing with Will Smith, which actually brought this up. He said, "Don't do." He said something about his dad said, "Don't do two bad things at the same time" or something. Don't get in trouble for two things at once. Yeah, he said, "Don't get in trouble for two things at once." I think about that in this case because if they was to get away with this part of it, it got to be another part of my case that would catch them. You know what I mean? It'd be like, okay, hold on, I can't get away from this one. Looking up the code, I want to say 15 USC 1681G. Yes, but what exactly did they send you? Because you saying you didn't get the complete one. Do you feel like you need to get something from the back end? Like, because they got to basically give you what they would give to the creditors, the collection companies, and stuff like that. Like, what did they send you? Or are you saying you need some, like, their back end information? Oh, so listen, I'm not trying to be a lawyer. I'm not trying to give you legal advice. Listen, in their motion, they said you did not show any inaccuracy on the credit report. They said that you failed to show inaccuracy, meaning if you failed to show inaccuracy, they wouldn't even be talking about this. They would let the case go through. But they saying that you have not shown any harm and you did not show any inaccuracy on your credit file. That is their argument. And that's the reason why I say that we should actually sue. And they saying so they also are saying, how can I say this? They're also saying that if you were to get denials, your denial should be based off of the inaccuracies on your credit report. So remember I told y'all, we want to find all the inaccuracies on the credit reports. So if you find the inaccuracies on the credit reports and you actually, hey Indigo, if you find inaccuracies on the credit reports and you also have denials, it's like, okay, now I'm in trouble because what they're saying in their thing, they're saying, hey, I'm not in trouble because he did not identify any specific harm or you did not show any specific denial. You didn't say, hey, I got denied for the Discover credit card, I got denied for this. They're basically saying you didn't show any instance of the denial and they saying you did not show any type of inaccuracies to your credit file. They're basically saying what they have, they saying they gave you what they have, and you didn't say that nothing was wrong with it. You just saying that you didn't get the complete thing. But that's why I say that you should. No, I'm not saying that you should do anything. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not trying to give legal advice. If it was me, I would take it back. I would take it back I would actually do what they say that I need to do. They saying that you don't have inaccuracies on you ain't showed that you had inaccuracies in your credit reports. I would make sure I do disputes where I tell them about the inaccuracies on the credit reports. I would tell all three credit bureaus about the inaccuracies, which is what we're doing here now, right? I would show the inaccuracies on the credit reports. I would do that with round one. So send round one to the credit bureaus. It's gonna set you back a few months, but right now it's going to set you back too with just fighting with them, and the judge may let it go through, and then you only sue one company anyway. You still will have to go forward if you want to do the other bureaus. So I would send it to the credit bureaus. I would show all the inaccuracies. I would say, hey, these are all of my inaccuracies. Again, you already been sending stuff out certified mail, so you did great with that. I would do that certified mail, and then the next month, if they whatever that they don't delete, I would say, hey, it's still these inaccuracies on these accounts, and then I'll send a letter to the companies too. That way, I'll be able to sue all three credit bureaus, and I'll be able to sue every single company that could be on there that has errors, because they basically saying that you have not identified any specific harm, and you have not shown any inaccuracies, which is to me what I have found to be the best lawsuits. Yes, I agree with adding the other stuff. So they didn't send me any source of information contained in my credit file. So they just sent me a credit report. So they sent me the first layer information. Yes, I got a lot of denials. Yes, but they just told you how to beat them. But which is what I talk about inside of fear. They just told you. So what they saying is, okay, we sent you the first layer. You said they only sent you the first layer information. They saying you didn't say nothing was wrong with it. You saying that you just want some more information. And your denials are not attached to you not having this other information. All we need to do is have your account to be accurate. And they saying that you didn't say it wasn't inaccurate. And they saying, okay, you haven't showed these denials as harming you in terms of these inaccuracies. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's what their argument is. But I understand that argument because I argue the same thing that they're arguing. I say, hey, listen, which is what I've been teaching them. Hey, we got these inaccuracies on our credit reports. Verify this account or delete it from my credit reports. That's our first round of disputes. I don't go into the kind of the thing that you're going into. I kind of angle it differently. I just go off of the errors. Whatever you give me, I'm gonna just go off of that, because that's what they should get. That's what they should actually um that's what they should be giving the creditors. That's what we able to get. I know once you go through this process, and I would love to talk to you and actually go through the process with you, honestly, but once you go through the process, you will find out all of the information, because you haven't even gotten into asking for interrogatories, requests for production, which we talk about it here. You're gonna find out what information that they're hiding. But what's your biggest aim? Like, what if you could have had it your way, what would have been your biggest aim? Are you looking for deletion of these accounts? Because again, you got to find the inaccuracies as to why the accounts need to be deleted. Are you just looking for money from them, or do you want this additional information? Do you want them to remove this additional information? Like, what is their angle? Like, what are you looking for? So, random question: what kind of money dollar amount settlements are people winning? People are winning all different type of settlements and dollar amounts, but the ones that I've been hearing, I would say about I would say three to like $15,000 per account. That's what I was saying. When I've been doing a lot of research, about $3,000 to $15,000. Also, they've been getting their accounts deleted from their credit reports, and this is per company. So if you sue all three credit bureaus, you're looking for 3 to 15,000 per company. Plus, you say if you're trying to sue Capital One, you're trying to sue Discover, you want 3 to 15,000 for them too. So that's what people are actually winning. And that is not a random question. That's the best question. That's the best question. I was kind of asleep, Jerry. You got me up now. I'm like, we gotta just switch this thing. Like, that is so perfect. They literally said it like they basically said, I can't get in trouble because he did not do this. That means if you did do that, I would be in trouble. You get what I'm saying? So I like how they phrase that. Please help me with this question. Okay. What's hurting is serious delinquency, a few counts paying on time, and lack of credit card information. And when you say lack of credit card information, do you not have credit? You have a lack of credit cards? Jerry, are you still there? I want to make sure we on the same page because I'm like, we can tweak this, and you can make your complaint shorter. You only got to write. You can make your complaint shorter. So what's happening is there's delinquency, a few accounts paid on time, and like the credit cards. Yeah. So the accounts that got the serious delinquencies, I would say just work to get that stuff deleted, which is what we do here. So if you buy any of the books down below, you'll get a dispute letter. You'll get inside the free course that have like the dispute letters. Send out the dispute letters to the credit bureaus, and the ones that got the serious delinquencies, you'll point out all of the errors as to what is wrong. Well, honestly, Jerry, you already passed a certain type of stage. Um, if anything, I think that you should get this book so that you can learn my angle and also Equifax angle because they just said it, they want you to talk about inaccuracies. So I would say just get this book. Um, and with the dispute letter that you do have, you can use that and point out all the errors on there. But let me see. I think, in your complaints, you usually have your phone number and stuff on there. Let me see if you put your phone number on there because I'll text you. I literally was just talking about this though, Jerry. I was talking about how we need to sue the companies because the companies are suing us. And then I also talked about how I went down to the courthouse and I seen so many people. Oh yeah, your phone number on here. Do you authorize me to text you? Because I'll text you. And then you must have filed this in person. I'll just say you e-file it. I'm gonna write your phone number down. 740. But this is a perfect example. Now they like fighting you back on something, but it's like that just mean you should fight harder. Let me delete this on here because I don't want nobody looking at your complaint. They don't know how to find it, they shouldn't get it. Okay, perfect. Okay, well I got your phone number. I'm gonna text you after I get done going live. And remember, I'm not an attorney. I'm not trying to give you legal advice. We're gonna talk as brother and sister. We're gonna talk as brother and sister. Yeah, still get it though. So I really still want you to get this. Don't not get this. Once you get this and actually you actually read everything, you're gonna understand why I say certain things. And then two, also keep in mind on the thing they literally said you didn't tell any inaccuracies. That's what I talk about. I talk about, hey, tell them all the inaccuracies. That mean if you did talk about inaccuracies and not necessarily you didn't get your complete file, um, then you could have possibly had a settlement. And then I always talk about too that when it come down to my order of settlements, I sued in October. I believe they all got served in November. Equifax settled with me first. They settled with me in December. So I would have thought, oh, Equifax, it's finna be good. Like, you know what I mean? Equifax settled with me in December, and then TransUnion settled with me, and then Experian settled me, and then a collection company settled with me last. And you definitely can put everybody on one thing. That's what I would rather do, just put everybody on there. But if you got negative accounts in your credit reports, all of those accounts, and I was talking about too how I'm okay with burning bridges with some of these companies, especially collection companies. We never wanted to go with them anyway. You definitely want to put them on there. But if you have like charge offs, you have errors with those, I'm not sure what's going on with it, then you can actually vote those in. But they talking about, hey, you need bona fide errors and you need to show denials based off of that. So say like they're basically saying that, well, I'm not trying to interpret the law for you. How I look at it as they're basically saying if you have denials, your denials need to say you denied due to derogatory accounts on your reports. Derogatory accounts are collection, they are charge-offs. And these are the accounts I told you got errors on it, which means you should have deleted it and it would have never had that on my denials. But I'm happy that you came on here and I'm happy I'm be able to help you with that. And then you know where to get this at too, Jerry. You know where it's at? Let me see. Why is it doing that? I want to answer y'all questions on here. I just want to make sure. I hope. I just feel like when people go to a certain stage, like it can be like that one light bulb that somebody can see something that you just couldn't see that can just be like, oh, that's it. And I want to, that can help them basically. Okay, there we go. I wanted to make sure I fix this. Okay, they didn't want me to change my camera, but that's fine. It's flipped. But do you know where to get it? I believe you should be ready to see. You can get it below in the TikTok shop. I'm gonna text you I'm gonna text you outside of this, but then I'll tell you exactly how everything go. Yep, you got it. I can't say that, but you can say it. Okay, perfect. You know what's up there. Can you answer this? Remove once you remove a debt, is it still owed, or what happens if you want to go to court? Okay, so when it come down to the debts, because you talked about a collection earlier, if you were to get an account removed from your credit report, you necessarily can't say, I don't want to sue you because we suing because they have inaccuracies on our credit reports. That's our whole lawsuit. Literally, that's what I have seen with so many cases. You have inaccuracies on my credit reports and you failed to remove it, and then I got denied for credit. So that's the whole like lawsuit, right? So if they delete the account, you really ain't got no argument. They deleted it. Like, what more do you want from them, right? So that couldn't be your argument. So I would think that you couldn't go to court for that. Like, it's off your credit reports. Like, what more do you want? It's like you don't have damages because you have to think about it. You would want to have some type of denials too, denial of credit. You don't apply for a credit card, and then you'll want them to say, hey, I would have gave you the credit, but you got that collection. And it's like, dude, this is the same collection I've been telling the bureaus about, which is why you're saying that they should be in trouble. And then also that collection company should be in trouble because it's inaccurate and it's still on your credit reports. But if you get it deleted, that ain't got nothing to do with whether or not you owe. And that's why I tell a lot of people I would rather go to court with them, because when I go to court, when I had did my lawsuit with Midland, I told them to give me $8,000, delete it from my credit report, and never sell this debt to nobody else. And don't ask me no more about the debt. Like, make it disappear. I don't know what you got to do with it. That was my whole argument. Like, make this disappear. I never want to hear about this ever again. That was my whole argument. Let me see if I can put my phone up. It was acting funny earlier. It's $10,000. Should I just pay it? It has me in a difficult position. I thought we were talking about those. Yeah, we did. Okay, there you go. You said, yeah, you did talk about it a couple times. So I mentioned a couple times about a gap coverage. They only paid a small portion. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I'm just gonna be honest, y'all. When it comes to any of these accounts, I would love to I would love to settle these accounts, but if I find out that you're violating me in any type of way, I'm not I'm not thinking about paying you at all. Now I'm thinking about, okay, you violated me. Let's switch this around. Let's make it even. So like, you see how you saying, oh, this is $10,000. Okay, at the court, can we just make this account go away? I don't need no money. Just don't even talk to me about this account ever. That's $10,000 you did not have to pay. You get what I'm saying? That's what my thing would be. Okay, try to figure out how to change put their back against the wall, basically. Switch the whole settlements. Like, if you go to them and they feel like they didn't do nothing wrong, you did everything wrong, you did not pay on it, they got proof you didn't pay, they got all this evidence against you, they're not going to be thinking about a way that they can settle with you. They're going to be thinking about how they're going to get the most money from you. But if you were to switch it around and say, hey, you got bad reporting on here, I'm suing the credit bureaus too, we actually in court now, well, how we going to settle? Then it's like, okay, let's switch this around. Instead of me having this $10,000 worth of debt, how about this? Let's not even talk about the debt no more. Or, give me $2,000 and talk about the debt. I'll be happy. Give me 1,000, whatever we need to do that's gonna make you happy. But I am going to court. I am fully going to court. I am. And then to learn from y'all mistakes. Like, literally, I am going to court. I don't feel no type of way about it at first because I was thinking too, this gonna look bad if somebody get the recording. But guess what? If the collection companies was to be recorded, they was to have a phone conversation. You gonna say, what happens when the debts that you have, if they don't settle with you or they don't pay you, what you gonna do? I'm gonna take them to court. That's their whole argument, and that's our whole argument too. You're violating me. They think they can call us, text us whenever they want. They think that they can not have documents and try to collect on us. They think that they can just have these debt collectors call us whenever without the proof, or they asking about somebody else. That y'all, this is why I don't feel no type of way about it. It's eat or be eaten, literally, because that's what it is. These collection companies get in trouble all the time. Have y'all not seen a thing? So that's why I would like, we have to take action, like, period. I can't wait to take them to court because I feel so violated for years. Yeah, and we just don't. That's why I'm okay with like telling y'all like this is what I found. It's forever I got in trouble for failure to state a claim too because I didn't know like to put certain things in there. That's why I went to school because I was like, hey, y'all ain't gonna get me this time. And I'm not gonna be scared to go to federal court. But now I love federal court now that I know it. And with me working to go to law school next year, I'm like, this will teach me more. I just had a big aha moment right now talking to Jerry, but I'm like, I know how I can help him. We basically helped each other because he confirmed like you have these things, y'all, they gonna settle. Like that's what it is. He just confirmed it by me looking and reading his stuff specifically, like looking at his complaint, what was his argument, and then also looking at what they said. Like we can all help each other or whatever, but we all getting violated. But we got to listen to what they're saying. You know, we have to listen to what they're saying, and we got to act on it. And then too, unique. I seen your thing. That thing just got to be current. That's the biggest thing. Got to be current. It gotta be. It gotta be. I hope you understand what I'm saying when I say that. Do it seriously. Right. Okay, wait, but the serious delinquency were right, not wrong. Are you saying, Michelle, are you saying that that account is correct? Like you can get it deleted is right? Is that what you're saying? Yes, but I can't get any because of the other stuff that's there. Let me just check and see what she's saying, then I'm gonna come back to y'all, okay? I just want to see if she said yes or no to it because I want to know. I'm going to sue you for sure, me. To sue people. As long as we can split the money, baby, we can do it together. Sue me, and then with whatever you get, we'll split it. Sue me for it. That's fine. That's fine. I already, you know what? I already like. I had a big thing because I'm like torn because I know I can't. I know I won't be quiet in terms of I know I'm going to still tell y'all certain things. I literally cannot shut up. I don't know what it is. When I say shut up, like if I see something wrong, like no, you can't do this or da da da. I can't help myself in terms of I have to say something. Like somebody that'll look up like they'll look at Jerry stuff like or they would be they'll just read his stuff like I'm like no I need to figure this out. I can look up your case, I can find this, I can come up with an answer, we can come up with a solution because ain't no way we gonna let them get away with them. Like that's just how I feel about it. Like I can't not know what it is and not say it, like you know what I mean. um so I came up with the conclusion that, I want to go to law school. I'm going to continue to do everything I can to go to law school. But I won't be silenced. I'm not going to be silenced in terms of you can't say this, you can't educate people. People they be educating each other, and I'm going to just say they, but people educate themselves in their own sense all the time. We just don't have the information. We don't spread the information. What y'all want to do? Wait until I get out of law school in 3 years and then I finally can talk and then I'll be under the code of, hey, they wasn't your client. You gave them legal advice. I think I'll get in more trouble then, like just running my mouth than I would now. I would think, I don't know. Like, just telling y'all certain things. You just dropped the gold nugget. You said that you were in the courtroom. I need to go to court and learn. Yes, yes. Well, I was in the courtroom too with my case. And I was in a courtroom too, where so I wanted an attorney to take on all my clients' cases. We was getting certain settlements, but I didn't like. I just felt like we can go harder. We can get more money for our clients. I just thought that more could have been done. I didn't like the pace that we were moving. I think that during the time, though, if I can be honest, I was very impatient. Um, and I kind of got that impatient sense right now, but to me it is what it is. I have a reason to be impatient because you got to think about it. If we don't do this in a, I think if we don't do this stuff fast enough, then we gonna put the ball in their court. Now it's like, oh, I'm Herb and sue you. I'm Herb do this to you, and then now it's different than us bringing a claim against them. We trying to fight a, a claim, we're trying to fight a claim. But when I was doing all my cases, like literally, y'all, I listen to podcasts or like if I'm into something, if I'm trying to learn something, I listen to whatever I'm trying to learn. So I'll listen to cases. I'll look up certain things on the internet. I'll look up certain things. Stay on TikTok, y'all. Don't leave TikTok. I don't want to get in trouble. Y'all stay on TikTok. But I would research. I would do research on different things. I will literally learn, listen. Like it goes. I think I remember my dad tell me like, "Pookie, you talk too much." My dad used to say that to me, but I understand what he mean. Like I talk too much. I want to talk about different things, but at the same time too, it's like you should keep some stuff to yourself in a sense. Like I shouldn't be trying telling you all certain things, but and I can see that sometimes it could backfire, but it's what it is. I learned so much by being in certain places. Y'all not gonna always be there. Y'all don't look at stuff the same way I look at things. And y'all don't understand how much we exchange information. Y'all don't know like literally like looking at his thing today just gave me so much confirmation. They literally just said, hey, listen, if you would have said this, I could have been in trouble. But he did not say this, like, because that's how you gotta word it. He did not state this and that. If he would have stated this and that, I'll be in trouble. But Your Honor, he did not do this, he did not do that. That is so much confirmation. But that's a good lesson for both of us. And then too, I don't like for cases to be pushed back. I would hate to think like, oh my gosh, I gotta go into a case again. But the point that you have a way to put the other ones in there and just piece it all together. And I realized too, you have to when you have them all in one room. I just feel like when they all up against each other in a way, like you got all of them on the same complaint, they start to try to point fingers in a way. And I was like, oh, you did it, or you did it, or how did you do this? I didn't know you would do this. Like, you know what I mean? You got to know when to hold it. Yeah, I hold a lot of stuff back from y'all though, if in a sense, certain things I can't say. You got to think about. I got settlements, but at the same time too, this is nothing that we need to hold. We talk about people's life right now. And y'all know exactly what's going on right now with the government. We talking about people's livelihood. We talking about information that they're doing lawsuits. They got lawyers that they literally say, hey, listen, this is happening, and they lawyer take care of it. We ain't got that kind of clout. We ain't got that kind of action where we can be like, oh, I got a lawyer. And guess what? With these lawyers, y'all don't have to pay. They just take the case on and they'll get paid on the back end. So we don't have that to say, oh, I'm just gonna give this to my lawyer. Like, lawyer where? Like, we don't have that. So like, at what point are we going to learn? You know what I mean? Um we're gonna have to learn. Battery, are you messing with me? Oh, you said you the same way, but you said you was mute when you was born. They are not showing up. Re-looking at my report, and my student loans have a balance that's higher than a high credit. I will add that, yes. Because guess what? Your high credit is the highest amount that you ever owed on an account. So if you owe more now, your balance is higher, your high credit should go up too. Because that basically looked like, hey, you trying to get more money than I owe. Because if it wasn't, um, if I basically you try to get more money than I owe, because if my balance is higher, then my high credit should match that. You don't, and then you got to look at that. Sometimes too, our numbers got tweaked. I just got an email about, hey, we added a credit to your account. And I'm like, why would you add a credit to my account? That's because I was overcharged in some way. I didn't even know about it. They found the error and they trying to hurry up and fix it. I literally got an email about that today. Literally, so you don't know if you're being overcharged or not, but I would definitely add that on there. Every error counts. Add that to my disputes, even though I have the loan. You know. Yeah, and don't forget too, well, the thing is, just because you got student loans in your credit reports, that don't mean you want to get it deleted. Student loans on your credit reports, every time you want to get it deleted, it's if it messes with your debt to income ratio. And wait, first, if it has inaccuracies, because people think, oh, Kitty, you're just trying to get everything deleted. No, 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 no. If it has inaccuracies, I have the right to get it deleted, and I want to exercise my right. Okay, so if it has inaccuracies first, that's the first thing. We're not just trying to delete something that's not inaccurate. And I showed y'all literally every account. Let me show y'all one more time because I need y'all to understand that every account has inaccuracies, right? So if the account is already reporting good for you and you saying you on your income driven repayment plan, then you might not want to get it deleted unless you got like late payments or something on it. Okay. So let me show y'all like every account has inaccuracies. See, I remember this sample credit card. This sample credit card we was using for our disputes. Right. Let me back up some. Can y'all see our sample credit report? Okay, so these are all the negative accounts. These all have like this right here got late payments. The rest of this is a charge off. This is collection. So you know these are gonna have inaccuracies. Whenever y'all see that red, that means that there is something there with an error. It's not matching on all three credit bureaus. This one went as far as to have different account numbers. Think of that as different social security number. Y'all know how our social security number identify us? Oh my gosh, why do I get so gassy? Excuse me while I'm on live with y'all. I think I talk too much for real. But the account number, that's their social security number. So how is it that y'all got two different account numbers? So that's a problem. But let's come down. Look, these are positive accounts. These are accounts we do not want to delete. Okay, TransUnion, they got a different account number than Equifax and Experian. Look, the date open is different than the other two bureaus. The high credit, they don't even have anything for Equifax. It's just missing. But we're not going to talk about it. We ain't going to mess with them. We're going to let them keep it there because it's helping the credit. Only time we want to point out their errors if we want to get the accounts deleted. But I wanted to show y'all this because it's always a reason why the account should be removed. It has inaccuracies on it, okay? That's the reason why you would want to have it removed. It has inaccuracies, okay? But these right here, we don't want to get them removed because they're actually helping them build their credit. It's helping them with their credit, so we're not going to mess with them. Okay, so if it's helping you, don't mess with it. Like your student loans helping you, it's basically showing that you're paying on time. You don't necessarily want to mess with that. But y'all see, like every account had red spots. That means that when you look at all three credit bureaus, they don't add up. They don't match up. And keep in mind, y'all always got to remember that, y'all. That was one of the biggest things I had to learn is that with we have social security number, they have account numbers. That's how you identify the accounts. So when you start seeing errors in the account number, you definitely want to make sure you put that on there because how do I know that this account is that like if this is correct? How do you know if this information is correct if the account numbers is wrong? The fact That's a fact. Being too slow, you actually end up possibly hurting a client. Yes, yes, or hurting ourselves too, because y'all doing y'all cases on your own. I'm just gonna let you and your team create my letter because I have so many questions now that I'm looking further into it. No, don't do that. Send out that dispute, period. Because guess what? You're gonna send another letter. We do round two on the 28th. I'll help you find more errors. You can literally just put one error on there. Don't delay it though. Don't have us do it. You send it out yourself. You got it. I believe in you. Like I don't I'm telling y'all now. I can't say much. It don't take much. That's all I can say. People have sued for the smallest things and they have sued for not even fully telling an error. Like they haven't told an error until the complaint. They haven't fully said the error. They just say, hey, there's inaccuracies, but it was in fact inaccurate. So later on, they can come back and say, hey, this was wrong, that's wrong. You can point that out later on, but it's just the point that you sending out the dispute letter. Now, my thing is, I don't want I would hate to actually go to court and it's like, dang, I could have done this. I could have done that earlier. And I knew I should have did it. So that's why I try to teach y'all early on now. Just put all of your errors inside of your letters. But if people actually have lawsuits without their errors, you'll be fine. Like, don't overthink it. You'll be fine. Like, you will literally be fine. And then you still got to send out your round two anyway. So, like, you got this. Just send it out certified mail. Just make sure you fully identify yourself with your name, your address, social security number, your date of birth, and you'll be good. Like, you will literally be good. But don't overthink it. I think that you got it. Like, you don't have to put on there. And then too, I showed you like, hey, these are reasons. If that reason is true, like the balance is incorrect, the payment history is incorrect. If those are accurate, if those are the actual reasons, then you have a way to get it deleted. Now, only thing I have to say about those student loans, if they don't have late payments on it, um, it's probably helping your credit. Don't delete it. You want them to stay there, like they helping you. I remember it was one time my credit was so jacked up. Like, literally, my student loans was the only thing that was helping me. So that's why I'm like, don't mess with that, because those can be your oldest accounts. Don't forget, they let us get student loans very, very young. They won't even let us get business loans, but they'll let you get a lot of student loans. So those can be your oldest accounts. They'll let you get student loans fresh out of college. So those can be your oldest accounts. As long as they don't have late payments on it, you'll be good. But if they actually like charged off in default, you do need to fix that. But you already said you're on an income driven repayment plan. So that means that your student loans, they probably got little late payments here or there, but you just want to put on your dispute letter to remove the late payments. It wouldn't be to delete the account. So you don't, if you asking them to remove late payments from your credit reports, you don't want to start going in nitpicking at all of these little things on your credit reports. That's not what you want to do. You don't want to nitpick on it. You just want to say, hey, I see some. You want to be nice too, because you don't want them to delete the full account thinking, we ain't going back and forth with her. We're going to just get it deleted. So we just going to delete it. You want to just put on there, hey, I had some late payments from July 2025 and also from June 2025. Can you update that as paid as agreed? Like, as simple as that. Because if you put too much, they're going to delete the account. But I'm thinking in your case, you don't want to get them deleted, because you'll see your credit score drop, getting charged off that you shouldn't get it deleted if it was helping you. Because what it was doing to help you is no longer helping you. It's going to bring you down. That was helping bring your score up. So since you got it off, now it's going to bring you down. So yes, I hope that y'all learned a lot, and I hope that y'all continue to go forward, and we're going to continue to fight these accounts. Okay. I'm definitely here to answer y'all questions. I'm not trying to be y'all lawyer. I'm not trying to give y'all legal advice, but I'm just giving y'all basic information as to what I would do, what I would say, and what I have read and what I have looked at and I've seen it to say or be, you know. So today, y'all, we are doing our Raise Your Credit Score 100 points in 30 days. Make sure if y'all don't have y'all books, get them down below, because everything that y'all gonna need in terms of dispute letters and everything, y'all get it inside of the free course. Once y'all actually purchase the books, y'all can get inside the free course. So today we're talking about setting up auto pay. Y'all, this is very important. So not only we talking about setting up auto pay, but all y'all need to have 4 credit cards. So we're gonna take this opportunity to make sure that y'all have 4 credit cards. So we're gonna go to my house. I'm gonna show y'all some credit cards. We're gonna make sure that y'all have these 4 credit cards. If y'all, I want y'all to put in the chat how many credit cards y'all have right now. Like, let me know how many credit cards y'all have. I think I have like 17. How many do y'all have though? Like, how many credit cards do y'all have? Like, put it in the chat how many credit cards y'all have. I want y'all to have 4. Okay, so this is going to be a very important step. We need to make sure that y'all have credit cards. So Barbara have 11, the ones that I have closed due to inactivity after paying them off. Oh no. That's why I say every 6 months, just use them. If you probably seen your credit score go down when they closed, didn't you? Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, that's why I say just every 6 months y'all use them. Can get a credit card in the 500. You can't, or you can, or you asking. I be going on a whole tangent when I read stuff, and it's like, girl, I'm not saying that. Stop, stop, stop. I'm talking about something else. Oh, you're asking. Yes, you can get it. I'm gonna show you right now how you can do it. Okay, so welcome everybody that's in the 9 o'clock class. So we're gonna start doing this book. So for the people that's in the people that did this one that was in the 8 o'clock class, we did day 20. We're gonna go to 21. It's tomorrow gonna be our last day talking about collections. I'm actually over talking about collections. I'm telling y'all, we don't need to overthink it. Like, literally put put one foot in front of the other. And I understand how scary it is because I was very scared throughout all of my lawsuits. I was very, very scared, but I just did it anyway. And that's why I try to just talk y'all through it, make y'all feel better about certain things, and just show y'all that it's possible because I was scared. Okay. Most of mine are zero balance. I have four with balances. Okay, Barbara. So you got the four though. That's good. So yeah, you can get credit cards even if you have a 500 credit score. So Kiana, you need to get you four of them. And then too, in Kiana, in your case too, you have to, I mean, I'm not trying to give you legal advice. It's best to have those denials. We literally just see Equifax saying, hey, you can't sue us because you don't have denials. Like this don't even match up. So you need those like denials anyway. So apply for, I'm gonna show y'all how to be, I'm gonna show y'all different ways to get credit cards, like how to be delusional. I call it being delusional. Like go for yours. Get what you try to get what you want to get. That's what I call it. I'm gonna show y'all all of that. So I'm gonna take out of my house and show y'all that. But today, for the people that is doing this, we're on day 5. So we're on day 5. Y'all should have already had y'all disputes out. If y'all don't have y'all disputes out yet, that's fine. Just get them out as soon as possible, okay? Just get them out as soon as possible. My goal is to be debt free by February 2026. Mine too. I'm with you. Love that goal. You got this. You got this. And if you got anything on there that's hurting you, Barbara, just you can get there very fast by suing the ones, especially them collection companies. Get you some money from that and put that on the accounts that you have. You'll get there very, very fast. You'll get there very, very fast. Okay. So I want to show y'all about the credit cards. Also making sure y'all pay on time with the credit cards. I like to show. Oh, you know what? I got another thing. Let me see if I can find it. I want to show y'all how much y'all credit scores can go up from paying on time, and which is why I tell y'all, please make sure y'all pay on time. So I want to show y'all the good, the bad, and the ugly, okay? So I have it on here. Let me find it. I want to download it. Let me delete some of this extra stuff I got. Okay, so let me take all this stuff off in these cases. Well, that attorney was going in looking at the stuff he was saying. He did too much. Okay, let me find the thing. So what I want to look at is I'm looking at, I always have screenshots and stuff from my clients where I can show y'all how utilization is can be a huge factor, whether it's gonna help y'all credit score go up or it can make your credit score go down. So I'm gonna find this now so y'all can be able to see it. I believe I should still have it on here. So let me see. Well, while I'm waiting, while I'm actually pulling this up, the thing is, I always talk about, oh yeah, this is it right here. I just want to show y'all how much credit score can come down with this one. I think I got one showing going up too, though. Well, I know I got one coming up. Um, I always talk about that client, y'all. I'm a real estate broker, so I always talk about that client that was in the process of, they were in the process of buying a house and they messed up their chances of buying a house because they had a $5 late payment added to their credit report. Yeah, this is what I want to show y'all right here. They had a $5 late payment added to their credit reports. That's why I always teach put your all of your credit cards on auto pay for at least the minimum payment. Y'all can go back in there and pay what y'all want, but pay the minimum payment so that they can't mark you late. I always teach that because if they're marking you late, y'all, that can bring down your credit scores a lot. In the same way we want the credit scores to go up, that can bring it down a lot. So, and it don't matter as to a lot of people think that is going to matter. Oh, this is I got a lot more results than I thought I had. Let me see how I'm gonna add them so y'all can see them. Or actually, you know what? I could probably add them on here. Y'all just gotta mind y'all business. All the stuff I'm gonna have on here. Okay, let me see. Let me add them on here so I can show y'all. There's gonna be a lot of stuff on here, so just y'all just focus on what you gotta focus on, okay? But that's why I tell everybody put everything on auto pay because your credit score can go down so much if y'all miss a payment. So just put all your credit cards on auto pay. So if you have your credit cards now, you literally want to go in there and put all your credit cards on auto pay. If you at the point right now where you're going in there and actually manually paying it, just stop that and just put the minimum on auto pay. Okay? Because if y'all do that, then y'all don't have to worry about um okay, this all credit score is going up. I want to show y'all going down too. If y'all do that, y'all don't have to worry about accidentally missing a payment or something. Now y'all credit score is going down. Now, what I want to show y'all is I want to show y'all the changes, not only just for late payments, I want to show y'all the changes for utilizations because right now we can use the time to um not only today we can use the time to make sure everybody got at least 4 credit cards. That's what I want y'all to have. I want y'all to have at least 4 credit cards. We can use this time to make sure that y'all know to put all y'all credit cards on auto pay. If y'all don't have 4 credit cards, y'all really don't have accounts that's reporting positively for you in the revolving section saying that you're paying on time. And don't forget, 30% of the credit score we had, I taught you guys about this on day 2. 30% of our credit scores is made up of our um utilization. So we want to make sure that we have at least those 4 credit cards. So let's see. My husband is saying, I bet he is. I'm happy for both of y'all then. I like that he's excited. And you excited too that you told me. So I'm really happy for y'all. So let me show y'all this is the thing I want to show y'all for utilization. So I had a client where they had some very poor utilization and we had to get this stuff fixed. We had to get their utilization fixed. They had utilization and they had negative accounts. So if you can see right here, this is within 6 months. So they was all the way down to 430 within 6 months, because then this is the last 6 months, y'all. All the way down to 430, they was able to get their credit scores up to 671. Okay. Oh yes, nice to see you here too. I see a lot of people do that too. Dave, I think your name is Dave X. It's nice to see you. But you can see it went all the way down to 430 and then went all the way up to 670, 671. So I want to definitely show you all that. Now I want to show something else. So let me stop this one. Let me share this. Okay. So let's see. These are basically what I use for when I make videos, y'all. It's the only way I can think to show y'all this stuff. So let me see. Because this is very important, y'all. I want y'all really to grasp this. Okay, so look how much they paid. So they only paid $30 on their account right here. And they had a new inquiry added. And look, their credit score still went up 28 points. Okay. And guess what, y'all? That's because it's a credit card. So depending on y'all credit cards and y'all utilization, it may not take much. If y'all only got $500 worth of credit cards, y'all may see like a small payment can really increase your credit scores. So I tell everybody, put their stuff on auto pay and pay everything. Okay, and pay everything. Now here's another one too. Their balance decrease. So what they did was they just paid a little bit on their credit cards too. Look at how little they paid on theirs, and it went up 30 points. Because it depends on what's the balance. You can think about these are smaller credit cards, it's probably 300 and 300. So paying this little bit really helped them out so much. Utilization can hurt y'all. That's what I'm trying to teach y'all. Using too much on y'all credit cards can hurt y'all. But if y'all start paying it down and y'all already being hurt by having a balance now, y'all can possibly see y'all credit scores go up a lot. Now, look how much they had to pay for theirs. Look how much they had to pay for theirs to go up 60 something points. That's because they got higher limits. They have higher balances, okay? How to If you want a credit card increase, all you have to do is do it online. You should be able to do it. You should be able to ask the company for an increase. excuse me, you should be able to ask them for an increase. You should have an account with them and you should ask them for an increase. That's how you would get an increase. You got to just ask for it because sometimes you think your credit not good enough, but they may still give it to you. You just never know. And then look at this right here. Their balance increased. They spent what, 18, $1,900 almost on their credit cards. And look, their balance increased, but their credit score decreased. So y'all need to know, like, using y'all credit cards. It depends on what y'all. It depends on how much credit y'all have too. But I just want to show y'all that when you increase in the balance in your credit cards, your credit score is going to go down. Okay, y'all messing with y'all utilization. When you decrease in the balance on your credit cards, your credit score is going to go up. When you decrease in the balance in your credit cards, your credit score is going to go up. Again, when you decrease it, your credit score is going to go up. It just really depends on how much you're approved for. Okay, so that's the biggest thing that I wanted to be able to show you. So all of the credit cards that you already have right now, I want you to ask them for an increase. Okay. Now, a lot of y'all don't have for. I'm not increase. Y'all can't ask for an increase. We're not talking about that right now. We're asking them to put it on auto pay for the minimum payment. Okay. A lot of y'all don't even have the for credit cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show y'all how I literally think about what I do when I think about credit cards and actually get them, like how I go about it, um, and how you guys can go about it. And again, y'all don't overthink this. What I'm trying to show y'all is just how you're going to get credit cards, period. That's it. Y'all don't have credit cards. Y'all need to get credit cards. I'm going to show y'all how y'all can get them, period. They're going to tell y'all yes or no. So it ain't nothing too crazy about it. Okay. So if y'all having a hard time trying to figure them out, I'm going to tell y'all. But let me see if I can answer some of y'all question before we get started. I'm getting car offers in the mail daily. Okay, well you should pick and choose which one you want to get. I actually got my one of my Wells Fargo credit cards. I'm like, y'all ain't finna give me this credit card. Why y'all send me this in the mail? I applied, they gave it to me. I was surprised. So see if you really like some of them, they ain't got no annual fee, then go for it. I have a bankruptcy from 7 years ago. It hurts me. I bought a house in 2024. Oh, well, that's still good. You still bought your house and just get your bankruptcy deleted. Just all you gotta do is work on getting your bankruptcy deleted. That's it. What would you do if I don't? Battery, are you messing with me? I don't know what that means. That's hilarious. Looking like this. Everything is good. Bankruptcy hurt me. Okay, let me just make sure I answer all y'all questions before we move on. How do I get a credit increase again? Just apply for it. You should be able to ask for it in your account. How to delete a bankruptcy, just like you delete any other account. You dispute it with the credit bureaus, and you also got to dispute it with a bureau called LexisNexis. So you look up LexisNexis. That same dispute letter that I showed that you all can use, you're going to send that same dispute letter in. It's the same exact process. Only thing is I have yet to figure out how you can actually sue them for the bankruptcy if they don't remove it. I have not figured that out yet. Okay, so this was somebody asking about check systems earlier, so we don't need that right now. Okay, so let me take y'all to my house. Read your books like it's math prep. That thing will change your life. See, Java, you're hilarious. My daughter going crazy right now with her math. Or she almost done one or two. I want to make sure I clean the screen. Okay, so let me show y'all my house. Okay, y'all see my house here? And make sure y'all can somebody put yes in the chat. Y'all see my house? Y'all know what I'm talking about with my house? Can y'all all see my house? Okay, yes. Okay, yes. Antonio, you on a roll. You still here? You was on a roll. I didn't think you was still here. You're gonna be so knowledgeable. When it's time for you to do your thing, you're gonna be like, I already know we gotta do it. Let's go. Like you're gonna be on it. Okay, so y'all at my house, right? So now here we'll see top credit cards, pre-qualify with no hard inquiry. The best credit cards for bad credit. So even if you got 500 credit scores, um you'll find something. Okay. The best credit cards for student, for travel, best credit cards to build credit, for gas, rewards, and cash back. Okay, let's start. Where y'all want to start? This is where our options are. Y'all, I just want y'all to know, do y'all want to find out how to get credit cards and be delusional, get the credit cards that y'all never thought y'all can get? Y'all want to get the credit cards where it's like your credit score is so bad, nobody will give you one? Do you want to get credit cards to like build your credit? I think those would be the three options. So, credit cards y'all never thought y'all would be able to get, or credit cards in the 500s. Y'all got 500 credit scores, or just credit cards because you just straight try to build your credit, like, period. And then let me see if they're going to answer over here. You will look at the top picks. Well, we're going to see all those credit cards everywhere. Okay, so we want to go straight building. Kiana, what does that mean? Threefer? Okay, let's look at. Okay, so we're gonna do the best ones to build credit. We're gonna do all of them. Let's just start here, okay? We're gonna just start here, okay? Okay, so listen, when I think about building credit, right? If you know that you just straight trying to build your credit, I say get the credit cards that's going to graduate. Now, those credit cards is Discover, Capital One, and Navy Federal. Those are the three that I might get those because they're going to graduate. Or you want to do all three categories? You are hilarious. Okay. So first, if we just talk about straight building, it's an order that you should go in. You want to try to go in a certain order, okay? So the first one I will put on the list, and y'all might want to write these down if y'all just straight building. But I like the delusional way too, because you including everything, okay? So I always say the Discover is secure. I definitely think that this is a good way to go. The Discover is secure. And then I like to show y'all this. You said 1 year went from 200 to 1800, but they could have done it sooner if they wouldn't have had a high spend on their credit card. So make sure you keep your utilization under 30%, which is what I was just showing y'all. Keep y'all utilization low, period. Okay. So the Discover Secure, they go from 200 to 1800, 200 to 2100, 200 to 2000. So this usually happens in like 6 to 9 months. Okay, like 6 to 9 months, you will be able to see that your credit card is going to graduate, meaning they're going to give you your money back. Okay, that's what that means. They're going to give you your money back. And then you're going to still have that credit card, but now you're going to have a higher limit. So Discover first. Then I would say in rewards, which is Navy Federal, okay? So with the in rewards, you'll be able to see that they go from $200 to $2,000 in 6 months. This is a real thing. Okay, so 200 to 2000. So like I said, Discover go from 200 to 1800. This one go to 200 to 2000 in 6 months too. So I would say like 3 to 6 months. Okay, can y'all see how I'm getting around my house, how I walk around basically? How I walk around, how I see the different things. Y'all can see, boop, you can see more stuff. Okay. And this, I was showing y'all how y'all can have secure credit cards and still get in the 700s. That's what this is. I want to be able to show y'all that. So even if y'all like, dang, I gotta put a deposit down and do it, we're talking about straight building your credit. And then you gonna eventually, in what, 6 to 10 months, you're gonna be good because now you're gonna have an $1,800 credit card, you're gonna have a $2,000 credit card, and they're gonna give your money back. They just don't trust you right now. They got trust issues. Okay. And then also too, when y'all are at my house, let me show y'all over here. Y'all will be able to see, okay, who are they pulling? So TransUnion Hard Pull. Okay, y'all will be able to see it for a lot of them. I'll be able to let you know, hey, Discover, TransUnion Hard Pull. Okay. Now let's go back to the main one. And this is the third one I talked about, the Capital One Platinum Secured. So this one right here is a $200 credit card. This one, depending on your credit, they may say, hey, put $49 down. put $99 down or just put the full $200 down on it. But this one could graduate in about 6 months. Okay. This one usually graduates to like $500, maybe $1,000. Nothing huge like the other two, but still, you're building your credit. We're talking about straight building your credit. Okay. So these are the ones that I say usually get when you want to build your credit. And then I say, hey, be delusional after that. Okay. We're going to talk about these next ones. Let's talk about being delusional because that's my favorite way to find stuff. Because you just sometimes we don't even know what we were. Okay. So I like to do the pre-qualified with no hard inquiry because all of those cards gonna tell you yes or no without a hard inquiry. So that's why I like that. Okay. So y'all know what I'm saying, right? Okay. So this is what I say, right? I tell y'all to get y'all a piece of paper, or even though y'all can do it in y'all books too, because well, guess what? If they don't approve y'all, y'all can probably have some denials, and y'all can use that for y'all lawsuit possibly. So get y'all notebooks out. If y'all have these books, get y'all books out like this, right? And just list 1 through 10 all of the cards on here that you want, one being the one that you want the most. So 1 through 10, you'll go through this full list and you'll make you a list up saying, okay, which ones I want. So you're going to be delusional. You're not going to care about what your credit score is, whether or not you think you're going to get it. You're going to say, Discover It Miles. I want that. That's my number one. That's my number one. I really want that so bad. I heard about that. Okay, good. That's my number one. Then you're going to go scroll down. Then you're going to be like, you know what? I heard about the cash back too, because they get 5% cash back. I want to get that too. And it's no annual fee. And they do 0% APR. I want that. Okay. So you might need to delete those student loans or just remove the late payments from them. Your credit score will go back up. So then you're gonna keep scrolling down. You're gonna be like, okay, which one I want next? Just put y'all list all the way up to like 10. Sometimes go to 15 if you know your credit just not the best. The thing is, y'all, they're gonna tell you yes or no without a hard inquiry. If they tell you no, think of that as rejection. It's a good thing. So, okay, you know what? You told me no. I'm not gonna be that delusional and still try for it. You told me no. I'm not gonna waste this and get a hard inquiry. Next, you might say, you know what? I really want that Wayfair. This is with City. I really want to get that Wayfair with City. So if you have late payments on there, you have to send something out called a goodwill letter. So the people that's in here, we're actually doing a class at 9 o'clock. So for all the people that bought the books down below, I'm not sure if y'all been in here before. They bought the books down below. They get access to that course for free. You get all your dispute letters in there. You'll be able to get it's a goodwill letter too that you'll be able to have. So after I go live, I send you all access to it, and you'll be able to get your goodwill letter. Your goodwill letters will be in sections 1 through 10. Okay. So again, we being delusional. We wanted the Wayfair. So we're gonna put that on the list. Maybe y'all want to get Mission Lane. Y'all can put Mission Lane on the list. Okay. Y'all just literally be delusional. Put whichever ones y'all want to have on the list now. Okay. Now this is the list. This is the thing. Once you got your list, you got 10 to 15. What you want to do now that you have your list, you want to actually, yes, that's good. You'll know the best direction by then. So then what you want to do is you want to actually go ahead and pre-qualify for the credit cards in your orders. In your order. So you want to do number one. If they say yes or no, and then also too, y'all, because y'all can go crazy with this. I remember telling myself, okay, I'm only getting 3 credit cards that end up with 5. Because I'm just it was addiction, okay? It'll have to be. So do number one. So okay, I'm getting the 4 credit cards. Keita said I need 4. I don't have none. I'm just gonna get 4. After the 4, even though I still got 7 more I can apply for, I'm not getting no more. Okay, so do number one. After number one, whether they say yes or no, if they say yes, then now you're gonna need 3 more. Okay, you're gonna count that as that card coming. That's good. And then after that, you go down the list. If number 2 say no, you go to number 3. Number 3 say no, you go to number 4. Number 4 say yes, then you say, okay, I need just 2 more credit cards. Okay, because all of these are going to be able to pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry. So they're going to tell you yes or no without a hard inquiry. So it's not going to hurt your credit at all. Tomorrow we're talking about removing inquiries. So I think that this would be a good time that if y'all don't have them for credit cards, get them because I'm going to teach y'all how to remove y'all inquiries tomorrow. Y'all got a free inquiry removal letter. And then on top of that, I'm going to show y'all a way to remove y'all inquiries in 48 hours. So this is something we all have to do. We need our inquiries to be at 5 or below. Okay. But this not gonna hurt y'all because y'all pre-qualifying without a hard inquiry. So none of these should be hard inquiries unless, say, if you apply for Lowe's and they say, oh yeah, I can give you Lowe's. So you go ahead, let's look at some approvals. So again, don't forget this is my house, y'all. Y'all remember my house, okay? So y'all come on here, y'all like, okay, I'm gonna apply for it, right? So somebody said, "Hey, I got approved for the Lowe's credit card today. Got $1,000 line." So you apply for it, and you actually get it. Okay, you actually get it. They're gonna give you a hard inquiry because they told you yes, they can give it to you, and you accepted it. At that point, you're gonna get a hard inquiry. But if they say no, then you move on and go about your business. You just think about how you just dodged a hard inquiry, which is a bullet that could have which could drop your credit score of 4 points. Okay. So you just like, okay, I'm dodged it. Let me go on to my next credit card. So just go down the list that you have. I call this being delusional because guess what? You might get some credit cards you never thought you can get. Some people got Apple credit cards. Some people got like $10,000 limits with Care Credit. Some people end up getting like the Lowe's. This is why I tell people to do all the time because this is something I have to do because I didn't know what my worth was. I thought I had to still get those little rinky-dink cards. They got the lower limits, and then it turned out that they liked in my credit reports. That they liked it. They liked my credit reports, and I was able to get higher limits. Okay, how do you know which cards? So what we're doing right now? Um, okay, so this is my house right here. My name is Rakita. Okay, so my name is Rakita. You get what I'm trying to tell you? My name is Rakita, and then it took me. I had this for some years. So we don't pre-qualify with no hard inquiry, okay? And then with this one, I said, hey, it's over 45 different accounts on here. Y'all be delusional and you pick what you want. You do list 1 through 10 and say, hey, I want these in the order. 1 being the one you want the most. Because I tell everybody Right now, we're doing our class, and they need to have 4 credit cards. Like they need to do this ASAP. Some people gonna wait and then wonder why is it taking so long for their credit scores to go up. So we're doing this right now. Raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days. Okay. So this is what we're doing right now. They need to get 4 credit cards immediately added to your credit report so that when they start getting added, their credit score can go up. If y'all already have credit cards, getting more credit cards is not going to raise your credit score. It could, but it's not going to do what we want it to do. Okay. So I say, hey, go through this list them 1 through 10. So you want to list them 1 through 10, which ones you want, and then all of these cards can pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry. So you want to say, oh, I want the Discovery cash back. That will be number 1. You'll do number 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you get done making your list, you'll come back, actually pre-qualify for it, see if they're gonna tell you yes or no. Okay. And if they tell you yes, then good. You got 3 more cards to get because you was gonna get 4. So you got 3 more cards to get. You'll just go to the next one. In 30 days, your debt is too high. Okay, well, we can talk about that next. We're going to show you how you can switch your debt around because I had that problem before too. So I'm going to show you how you can switch it around. Okay. But you're going to go through this list. Just make sure y'all have 4 of them. Okay, so we talked about building credit. So I told y'all the credit cards that can graduate. I just showed y'all how to be delusional. I'm going to show y'all the ones that don't care what your credit look like at all. Okay, they do not care at all. Okay, so best credit cards for bad credit. Like they do not care. Like you literally like it's just that bad. Like I can't even explain it's that bad. Self, they do not care what your credit look like at all. Period. You could have just filed bankruptcy. You could have a 350. You have 400. They do not care what your credit score look like at all. This right here can really help y'all credit a lot. So if y'all just filed bankruptcy, especially chapter 13, they still try to hold stuff over your head. But chapter 7, you can go in and be delusional because you might find out that chapter 7 act like you that never had bankruptcy because you may be able to start a new life quickly. But chapter 13, they act funny, okay? So that one don't care. Credit builder card don't care. So you already got one with the self. This one allow you to get 2 credit cards, no credit check. 2 credit cards, no credit check. So now you got 3. Okay. So people say, I can't get none. You just got to put a deposit down. But guess what? They just have trust issues with you. And we can't be mad at them. We gave them reasons why, based off our previous history. We're going to talk about that kickoff shortly. And then last but not least is Open Sky. They do not care. Again, no inquiry at all. Okay. So now you have 4. You got Self, you got Open Sky, and you got 2 of the credit builder cards. So you have 4. That will help you build your credit. And I showed y'all the person, one of my clients that went from the 500s to the 700s with secure credit cards. Just keep your balance low. If your balance is high, it's going to be hard for y'all to increase y'all credit scores unless y'all actually pay them down or unless y'all finna do what I'm going to show you. Because he said, hey, my debt is too high. And I'm hoping that you're talking about debt on your credit cards. Because when we talk about debt in general, debt is not really factored into our credit score. It's the credit cards that's factored in there, our derogatory accounts, our inquiries. So that's why I'm thinking that when you say debt, we talking balances on credit cards. What about Chime? Is it worth it? I don't particularly like them. I see it on people credit reports. I just have not seen like a real increase in them. Maybe I got to try it out and see. Like, I got to really focus. I got to see. So the thing is, when I have clients, I'll see it on people credit report, and I'm like, well, why your credit don't look good? Or I don't like how they reporting. I don't like the reporting of it. Like, I don't like how it look when it report. Yeah, I don't like how it look when it reports. But again, I need to see it before it was. I need to see what your credit scores look like before it's added. I need to see like you see how on the screen it say, hey, your credit score went up this many points because a collection was removed. I need them to say, hey, your credit score went up 20 points because you got Chime, on time payment, low utilization. I need to see that to be convinced, you know. Yeah, I don't like the way they report. I don't know. I just think it's so I don't know. I can't speak on that one. I've been telling people I can't speak on that. Usually if I can't speak on a credit card, I would apply for it. I would use it myself, but I'm just not gonna do that right now. So I'm just gonna have to just if some people saying yes, you use your own discernment on that. Yes, credit cards and history on it and history of it. So the best way to remove late payments is to do a goodwill letter to the company. So when you all purchase the books inside the course, I don't know if y'all see like a thing right here or if y'all see that thing. When y'all purchase books inside of TikTok, y'all get the free course, which have the goodwill letters. I need to send out goodwill letters to the companies. Y'all basically begging them to remove these late payments if y'all actually did it. And then y'all also can send letters out to the credit bureaus asking them to remove it. But y'all have to request to have them removed. That's how y'all gonna remove those late payments. Okay, all of that stuff is inside the course. I don't think we went over late payments in here yet. Not in this class. I talked about it in the other class, but I actually added in there. Okay. So let's talk about the person that they having a problem right now because their utilization is high. That's what it is. It's utilization. That's the problem, right? Okay. So y'all remember my house. Everybody been to my house by now or know where I stay at. Okay, everybody been in my house or know where I stay at. Y'all know my name is Rakita. Y'all should been in my house. Y'all know where I stay at, right? I like this people so I know where I is. This is the thing. Now I gotta talk to you, so you gotta look at me. Hear me out here. Before I show you this list, let me explain what I have found out. Okay, so do you got options? Because we're gonna go over them here. I'm gonna show you, but I need to explain them so that you can understand this. Okay. So the thing is, when y'all have high utilization, y'all need to transfer the balance on your credit cards to 0% APR credit cards, or you need to pay them down. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's what you need to do. But the problem is, these companies don't like what your credit score look like. They're like, I'm not going to transfer that balance. I don't like what your credit score look like. So you can't transfer the balance. So now you're stuck. Okay. So now you got to do everything you can to get your credit score up, which what you can do is you can pay down some of your credit cards, or you can do the switcheroo thing that I'm talking about. So switcheroo is this. You apply for a lot of those easy credit cards that give you high limits. So Home Depot, you apply for Lowe's, you apply for a Care Credit, you apply for something called Alpheon. Those companies give you $8,000, $10,000, $7,000. So you got to think about it. If you go ahead and apply for all those companies, they all pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry. So if you go ahead and apply for those companies and they actually give you the credit, now you can have an additional $40,000 to $50,000 reporting on your credit reports, which actually helps with your utilization. Do you get where I'm coming from, Eric? If you have that additional on there, plus you guys can add trade lines. You can add trade lines if you like, dude, I really got to get this stuff looking good. You could add trade lines on your credit reports just to help with your overall utilization look in a certain type of way. Because now it's going to look like, okay, yes, you had $10,000 worth of debt. Yes, you had $15,000 worth of debt. But now, not only do you have the $20,000 or $25,000 worth of limits, but now you just added an extra 30 or 40. So now your utilization looked like it went down a lot because you're only spending 10 to 15,000 out of the whole 60,000 that you have available. So now it's like you got a lot of credit you're not using. Okay, of course we'll do a balance transfer. That's what it's going to be. Where can I add trade lines? And when I just said trade lines, do not go adding trade lines on your credit reports. This is desperate times call for desperate measures. Do y'all understand that? Desperate times call for desperate measures. So if you're not in Eric's situation, y'all should be trying to do this. I'm just telling y'all what it is. Because you be talking about spending some money on the trade line. Like you're gonna spend money. You're talking $500,000, but at least you'll get a $20,000 trade line added to your credit report. That can help with your utilization. But first we're gonna try for I'm gonna show you those credit cards I want you to try for. Okay. And then we're going to talk about, okay, now you got your utilization down. Now your credit score went up 30, 40, 50 points. Act immediately and do the 0% APR credit cards and try to get multiple ones. So I like companies like Truist, I like Discover, I like Capital One because they have balance transfer credit cards where you can transfer the balance. You also can do it with some Chase, but they don't like to see high utilization a lot of times. And not even just high utilization, they don't like the lower credit scores. But if you spend too much on your credit cards, your credit score is going to be low. You just can't help it. Only way you can help it is if you go ahead and apply for those cards that give you the higher limits, but you don't actually use them. Okay, so I'm going to show that to you. So, Killa, I don't go off of your credit score need to be this. I no longer teach that way either. I don't say your credit score need to be this. I go off of all these credit cards gonna tell you yes or no without a hard inquiry. Let them tell you yes or no. If they tell you no, you go on about your business. If they tell you yes, then good. Now, some people on here they may say like my credit score is this, my credit score is that. Okay, that's good. But you don't know if you're looking at Vantage, you don't know if they're looking at FICO. You just don't know if they even telling the truth. That's just me being honest. So all of these credit cards gonna tell you yes or no. So I say just go for it. Because if they tell you no, you didn't dodge the bullet of a hard inquiry. You just going about your business. They say yes, go ahead and get your credit card. Don't stop yourself saying, oh, you sure you want to give it to me? I got a 580, I got a 620. You sure? No, no, no. Go ahead and get your credit card and go on about your business. Okay. Bet. What's the list of credit cards, please? Okay, got you. Let's look. Let's look at Eric's though. Okay, because this I just wanted to explain that first because you gotta understand like where I come from with that. It's like, why would you have me getting this credit card? Like this credit card for surgery. I'm not gonna get no surgery because they're gonna give you 11,000. I'm just trying to explain that ahead of time, okay? Okay, so I'm not gonna say your name because I don't want to get flagged if they think I'm saying something crazy. This is my house. My name is Rakita. So you'll see my house. So this is my house. Okay, so my name is Rakita. This is my house. I've been staying here for a few years. I've been staying here for a few years, right? So pre-qualified, no hard inquiry. Okay. So let's go down and find those. Okay, so after you get your after you get your credit score up, they do balance transfers. Okay, so this is one that's going to give you a balance transfer. So you can keep that in mind. Okay, so I say, hey, last time I checked, they did 0% AP, 0% APR for 15 months. Okay, they pre-qualify you, and they're gonna pull TransUnion if you want it. I have seen some people where they pull Experian, but again, let them pre-qualify you. They're gonna just tell you yes or no anyway. Okay. Now, some other ones you want to look at in terms of, oh, I just want to get the credit card. I want to just get the higher limits. Tempur-Pedic. I know that's crazy, but look, if they give you that, that helps with your utilization. Now, depending on, you got to just see how many you might need. I suggest you just try to bring down your utilization as much as possible. I wouldn't care if you need to get 6 credit cards. You're desperate right now. Okay. If you got to get 6 of them at this amount, that's going to help with your utilization a lot. Like, do y'all feel me on that? We are desperate. We ain't got no choice right now. Okay. So this one right here, I show you can pre-qualify for it. That can help with your utilization. Okay. Again, this one this is not that good of an approval, but you never know how much you're gonna get pre-qualify for it. These are like store cars. Store cars like this, they know that you're gonna spend a lot, so they always try to give you higher limits. So just try for that one. What somebody get don't mean that that's what you're gonna get. You also have Yamaha's one that you want to try. Try the Bob's discount. Try Lowe's. Okay. Definitely try Lowe's. Put Lowe's as number one on your list. Okay. Lexus Pursuits. This is going to be really for the Lexus dealership. I don't care if you don't have a Lexus. If they can give you that, we in there. That's all we want. Just report. That's it. Report this. You can help with my overall utilization. We in the door. Okay. So that's kind of how we look at that. Care credit. Again, another one that they can approve you for a high amount. Okay. All you want to do is get approvals for high amounts. That's all you're looking for. Synchrony Home. See how much they can approve you for. Home Depot. Okay. Toyota. Again, think about the Lexus. Oh wait, before I show y'all this, let me go find this comment because somebody on my thing told me because this is what I talk about. I talk about credit cards. At least I used to. Okay, wait. Somebody said that they were able to get let me see, because it's a certain, let me see, because this is, oh wait, here it go right here. Okay, this is it. This is the comment I want y'all to see. So also let them know that if you apply and get approved for the Lexus credit card first, then you can't get the Toyota. If they want 2 credit cards, apply for the Toyota first, then the Lexus. Don't forget, this is my thing that I talk about. I introduce people to credit cards, and they come back and they tell me, "Hey, Keita, this is what word. How y'all think I know so much?" They come back and tell me valuable information just like this. So if y'all gonna do it, do the Toyota first, then the Lexus. If y'all try the Lexus first, y'all don't get the Toyota. Get the Toyota, then get the Lexus. It's like a guaranteed 2 credit cards. So that's just the trick that I always remember I gotta show y'all. Okay. So I gotta have to make sure I come back and show y'all that. So let's go back. We gotta stay focused. Okay, so wait, they said Toyota first, then the Lexus. Okay, so Toyota first. Mhm. Toyota first. So if they go ahead and give you 10,000, good. Then you do the Lexus, which is 8,000. So you have 18,000. Now everybody thing is different. You don't know what they're gonna give you, but I'm just saying, if you know what I mean. Okay, so that's good. Y'all can still also do the deal. You'll see what they're gonna be able to give you. Okay. And then you also can always do personal loans, but I love balance transfer because you can do 0% APR. That means what you paying towards it is actually knocking down that balance. So I really like that. Now it's another one. Let me look it up because okay. They used to have more than one on here, but this is the one that was able to prove me. They had 2 of them. They proved me for like 11,000 and 13,000. These are the ones that I use for my utilization too. So I said, go ahead and pre-qualify for it. It's more for like surgeries. Like you trying to get some type of cosmetic surgery. that you can pre-qualify for. So they said, hey, they can approve you between 250 and 25,000. I was able to get two of these. Okay, so I always talk about getting this one too, because I don't have this on there. Oh, well, then that's even good. And then shoot, you thinking you only need the 11 to 10,000, still go for a little bit more. Go for the 20, because if you had a best credit score possible, then you can get you can cover all of your debt completely 0% APR and literally put all of the cash that have coming in, you can put that on your credit cards and get your credit cards paid down. Okay. So I hope that that helps. That's how y'all gonna get out of that 0% APR stuff. Now, again, I said, hey, Discover gonna help y'all. I like also Truist. I love Truist. Let me see. Let's look. Let's look. Let's do that. I love them. If you want, I'm like, I know that ain't it. Okay, so this one right here, this one can do 0% APR for 12 months. And then 0% APR for 12 months on balance transfers. Must do it within the first 90 days. And then again, another 0% APR, but for 15 months. They're going to pull Equifax too. They're going to pull Equifax. So 0% for 15 months. So this can be another good one. Yes, you'll have that as an option on top of, like I said, oh, go with Discover, go with Chase, go with those credit cards. You can always find 0% APR credit cards, but this can help you out a lot. Now, let me show you this comment because, again, this is just when I was in my let's get credit cards days. Like, let's get these credit card days. Let me see what this one say. Thank you so much. Oh, this was a Lexus. Somebody said they got approved for 4,500 and their wife got approved for 3,500. Um, hope I can find it if it's still on here. We just gonna have to look at these comments. So we have to just see. Okay, that's Bob's. That's how we looking for. No, oh, look at what they said too. They said they went from a 491 to a 681 in 5 months. Wow, that's good. I just keep these from like people I don't even know at what point this was, but it's just legit stuff when I made videos. Okay, so I can't find what I was looking for. I can't find it. But basically let me remove this. Basically what I'm trying to tell y'all is that with Truist, they got a Truist kind of trick where you will pre-qualify for the Truist credit card, but what you'll do is you'll pre-qualify for one, and then you'll keep that screen up, and you'll wait till they say we pre-qualified you, right? And then we'll go to another one and apply for that one, and you'll have that screen up, and then you'll go back and accept it, and then you'll have multiple cards with them at one time. But you can be able to do this with three. You can do three cards. That's what I did. I have three cards, so uh, that's what I suggest you all do it. And that's crazy. Thanks for the gym. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. I'm happy I can be able to help y'all because this is the stuff I think could easily help us. Yes, because I'm at a 655 now. I was 1 point at a 760. So if you was 1 point at a 760, that's probably all utilization. All you got to do is just get your utilization back on track, and then you're gonna be better than ever because now you got more history too. You got to think about it. If y'all's credit score dropped because of y'all utilization, at the time y'all did not have as much history as y'all have now. Every month we're growing more history, so now you should be back and now better than ever too. So that's gonna be good for you. But again, y'all, what we're supposed to talk about is when y'all get these credit cards, y'all please put them on auto pay, okay? So if for one thing, if y'all haven't gotten y'all books, make sure y'all get y'all books. Cause y'all gonna be able to have a course when I keep saying go get this, go get that, and then y'all like, where's that at? What is this? I suggest y'all get the bundle that have all three of the books. So this is the 7 o'clock class and the 8 o'clock class, and right now y'all in the 9 o'clock class with this. I'm basically going through the books every day with y'all, like literally. And then two, y'all get access to the free course that have all the recordings, and also two, you will have access to all of the documents. So while we're doing this stuff, I'm like, oh, y'all gonna need this document, y'all gonna need that. So then y'all can go ahead and get the document because I show y'all how to fill them out. I show them how it actually. I show y'all how it actually works. So once y'all actually buy them, then y'all should be able to see it too. If it's not something already down here on the screen, y'all should be able to see it right here. I give y'all access to it after I go live, after I get off the live. So I'm gonna get off of the live in what 10 more minutes. I'm gonna give y'all access to it. Okay, so I want y'all to go ahead and get it. I'll give y'all access to the course, and then y'all can just follow along. Follow along. Now, this one right here, our goal is by the end of this year, I want us to all be up 180 points. So by the new year, because our last day is December 31st, we on day 20. We did day 20 today. We got until we got 75 days, so we got into December 31st. I want us to be up, but y'all have to understand too, y'all have to act fast. Can anybody else verify this that have ever tried to fix their credit? Like the faster you do what you need to do to get this stuff done, the faster your credit score can go up. You can't say, I don't know, I want to get no credit cards right now. And then too, let me actually show y'all too, for the people that don't have the money for credit cards, let me show y'all like the cheapest way to get some stuff reporting that can help y'all. I gotta show y'all that too, because I always had that. And I remember when it was times where I didn't have money to increase my credit score too, or I helped those clients that didn't have money. So I always want to show y'all that. So let me show y'all. Okay, so y'all remember my house, right? No. Y'all remember my house. Okay, so you can come, you do best credit cards for bad credit. So the self Visa secure, they allow you to put just $100 down to get started with this. You don't have to put the full 200 on there, okay? Y'all don't have to do the full 200 on there, okay? The credit builder, that's gonna be 200. Some people can't afford that. We're not gonna talk about that. I didn't talk about kickoff, but y'all know y'all can pay $5 a month to kickoff, and they'll report a $750 account to your credit reports. Look at one of my clients, their credit scores went up 74 points off of 2 payments made for kickoff. So kickoff also have an installment account. So I want y'all to have 2 credit cards and 2 installment accounts. So this is why I promote these accounts, because I have actually seen credit scores go up. Like if I don't see this, y'all was asking about Chime. If I don't see this, I can't say nothing. It can look good. You can be like, yeah, my credit, it went up over time. Okay, you sure that that's what made your credit go up, or was it one of the other credit cards you got on your credit reports? Like, you have to see stuff like this, or like the one that's on the screen with this collection. Like, if you're not seeing that and they're saying specifically your Chime account, then you cannot give the credit to Chime. And I'm not talking bad about it, I'm just telling y'all what it is. Okay. So that's an option. And then two, this is not always the best because of annual fees, but check and see if you can get it. This is one for people with bad credit. Check and see if you can get it, because they may just charge you like a $39 annual fee, and they can give you that $300 credit card. But at least that'll help you bypass having to put the full $200 down. You know what I mean? So this can be a good option. Now, if they're trying to give you one with a $79 annual fee, run. Like, because you don't, that's just too much money they're trying to charge you. Like, you just putting yourself into debt and you just don't know it, okay? Also, Mission Lane too. Again, y'all can be kind of delusional. I know y'all like my credit bad. You never know. Bad credit. Okay, okay. So pre-qualify for this one. They may go ahead and give you that one. Okay, Prosper too. These are one for like people with bad credit. Like you got bad credit, here you go. Okay, pre-qualify. They're gonna tell you yes or no without a hard inquiry. So you have nothing to lose. Just see what they're gonna say. Also, you have Milestone as an option. You got Indigo as an option. Also, just check the annual fees, because once you get into the ones that market to bad credit, once you get into the bad credit thing, once you get into this thing, they're gonna have high annual fees. Okay. So those are like the ones I would suggest if you like really can't afford to get a secure credit card and you need to get credit. That's what I would suggest. I'm signing up for a major party available for the call. No, something let it go. Yes, I'll be available tomorrow. I'll be available tomorrow. What's good interest rate? for them credit cards. So when you say, and I'm gonna try to pin it just so you can know. When you say for those credit cards, are you talking about the ones for bad credit? Or is that what you're referring to? I recently got a secure credit card with Navy Federal. That's good. Hopefully it graduate. I was telling them earlier to get that one. So hopefully it goes for like $2,000. They usually take like 3 to 6, maybe 7 months for it to graduate. Just make sure you keep the balance low on it. You should be good. Okay, so listen, this is my thing when it come down to these credit cards. No credit card can ever charge you any type of interest on your credit cards if you pay your statement balance by the due date. So that's something I'm going to talk to you all about. That's going to be a big part we're going to talk about. Paying your statement balance by your due date. I do not believe in us actually holding the balance on these credit cards. That's a habit that we need to grow out of. Because the worst part is we're not holding balances in our bank account as long as we holding the balances on these credit cards. We can be honest. So I want y'all to know, like, you want to make sure you pay the statement balance by the due date so they'll never charge you interest. We using these credit cards to report for us. We're not dependent on them. We're not letting them be a crutch to us. Okay, if you pay your statement balance by your due date, they can't charge you any interest. So it don't matter what the interest rate on these credit cards is. Okay, you just need to make sure that you don't fall victim to this. Oh, you had that issue too? Yes, yes. I'll make sure too, I can't say your name. S move, East move, maybe. I'm gonna make sure I send you the access to the course. I see that you purchased this, so I must give you access. Okay, yes, I saw that. Okay, I'm gonna send you the access to it. I'm gonna send you the access to it. But that's why I don't get into they charge high interest. Okay, you need to worry about the annual fee. The annual fee, once you sign up, y'all, we can't fight that. Like they said they was gonna charge you $79 a month. You knew that when you signed up for it. That's the only thing to me that we really can't fight. So just don't get into that problem. You're very, very welcome. Don't get into that. Don't get into the point where you sign up for it and they give you this very, very high annual fee. Like don't get into that. But the other stuff, put the auto pay in for your minimum payment. That's what something we said. Put your auto pay in for a minimum payment and pay your statement balance by your due date. You'll be fine. Okay. So we need to get in the habit of that. Okay. So right now, I really want to teach y'all how to just really increase your credit score a lot. But if you pay your statement balance by your due date, you're not going to get in that trap where it's like now it's going to hurt you. I haven't looked into that, but I'll take a screenshot and look into it. Okay, perfect. Yeah, play catch up. All you got to do if you want to play catch up, y'all, it's in the same thing. I just got another thing. I just got in trouble again. But let's hope that don't go through. I'm just over it. I don't care. I just gotta have to do an appeal basically. But that's neither here nor there. I don't care. What was I saying? Dang, y'all, what was I saying? That just made me mad. Y'all see me last time like crashing out. I even know to turn my live off. Y'all see me just like, what in the heck? Y'all probably, oh, how to catch up, how to catch up. I remember how to catch up. Okay, so if you need to catch up, all you got to do is just send your dispute letters out as soon as possible, send them out certified mail. When you get in there, you'll be able to see that you have the option for 6 months of free dispute letters. You can use that, or you can join a membership and then have us to mail it out. So that can be a faster way to get your disputes out. And then you focus on just getting your 4 credit cards, focus on getting you 2 installment accounts. So that self that I showed y'all, if y'all don't already have a car, student loans, y'all can do the self, and then y'all also can do kickoff. They both have installment accounts. So self have one where you pay like $25 per month or something like that. And then when you're done, you have to pay on it for a certain amount of time. Once you're done paying on it, then they'll send you whatever money back minus some fees. Plus, Kickoff got one where you can pay $10 a month for a year. So you'll pay a total of $120. And when you pay a total of $120, after the 12 months, they'll send your money back. Okay. What did we do? I, it's not anything that you do. So I'm trying not to get in trouble with my TikTok. I don't know what I'm saying, what I'm doing, but if I say the wrong thing or I guess if y'all put sometimes the wrong thing in the comments, they'll flag the videos. And what they'll do is if I get so many flags, I can't go live. So I try not to mess up to the point where I can't go live. So like right now they're saying, okay, I got a restriction. Yeah, they saying appeal is in process. It is what it is. I had the same thing happen the other day. It's, I can't help it. Only thing is I just want to make sure that we continue to go through the books. Like at least get me to December 31st, TikTok. Like we gotta get to December 31st. Like and then after that, I'll be done with my school. I'll figure it out. Actually, I'll be done with my school pretty soon. I just realized I only got literally 3 more weeks left, y'all. I'm gonna graduate. But I know if I'm stressed now, I know I'm gonna be stressed in law school. But I'm not gonna speak that on myself. I'm gonna go through law school and I'm gonna do good. I'm not gonna be stressed, y'all. I'm gonna be doing so good in law school. I'm gonna come on here and tell y'all all the tricks I'm learning. By then, y'all, our own little group. I'm speaking all these things to exist. We're gonna have our own group where we all sue. We all getting us some checks, y'all. Restriction ended. That's crazy. So they removed their restriction. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Should I file a dispute for my credit card that closed inactivity, even though the account's for a long time? So, um, only time we file in a dispute is if we want the account removed. Other than that, leave that account alone because it could have helped you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate y'all kind words. Where the party at? I don't know. I'm gonna go to bed, y'all. I literally was in bed all day, like I did my homework. I think it's because I don't want to do my homework. I'm so over it, y'all. Just like I just don't understand why they just won't let me just be an attorney. Like, and I don't understand how we don't have freedom of speech like they say we do. Like, I'm gonna hire an attorney. I don't care if I gotta pay like $5,000, $10,000. Some attorney is gonna tell me what I can help with and what I can't help with, y'all, because we talking about a lot of money that y'all can be able to get, be able to move on with y'all life. So I'm gonna figure this out. Okay. Like I was in the bed today doing my homework, like, oh, this better be worth it. Cause what the heck? And then two with me finally, like, you're getting close to the end. Yes, I'm almost there. But when me, like, I'm thinking with me finally, like, cause at first when I started, I didn't have no degree. I was doing good. I didn't need to go to school. But then I went and got my associates. I just got that last year. This year, when me having my bachelor's, I should be able to open some type of company that can prepare documents. That's what I want. That's what I'm working on. But I'll let y'all know. Okay, you booking it now. Just make sure you have the membership and you should be able to book it. You'll be able to book it. You're getting close to the end. Yes, I'm almost at the end. I'm just staying focused, y'all. And I'm not gonna let nothing stop me. If I had to lay in the bed today, I did a lot of good stuff though. I don't know if y'all seen it. I had got y'all some coupons. I think I got like $400 worth of coupons for y'all. They just told me to do some stuff within my store on TikTok. So I did that to get y'all those extra coupons. I did my homework for class today. Um, yeah, I think that's all I really did. I did, excuse me, I did dispute letters today. I talked to a few clients. I did what I needed to do. So if I need to lay in bed, especially with me kind of like going live for 3 hours a day, it is a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I did good. I like had myself on the back. And I did my makeup. My hair looked a mess. I need to wash my hair tomorrow though. I think I feel better when I wash my hair. I can read your books to you. You can read the books to me. We don't even have those kind of books though like that. And then too, since I'm going for like a business degree, a lot of the stuff I already didn't experience it. How do we know what accounts are actually helping? So if you want to know accounts that's helping you, it's the accounts that don't have any late payments. They don't have any like you're 30 days late, like in a payment status. Let me show you. Because we got a credit report right here. I'm gonna show you. It's just they're not saying nothing bad about you. All good. They saying all good stuff about you, they're helping you. If they say anything bad, then they're hurting you. Okay, so where is our report at right here? So if you look at your accounts, and then two, when you get your call tomorrow, tell us to do the analyzer like this because with our analyzer, we do this for free. It'll list your negative accounts and then it'll list your positive. The positive ones you want to see at the bottom, don't touch those. Then they'll say you're negative at the top. Then okay, these I gotta do something about. Maybe it's a late payment. Maybe we need to get it deleted. So like the capital one right here, it says late 120 days, 160 days. When you see stuff like that, that's hurting you. So you got to get that updated to current. When you look in the payment history, you see it's 30 days late, 60 days late, 90 days late, 120, 150. This is hurting you. Okay. And then when you see these, it said account status derogatory, hurting you. Like this stuff right here says derogatory, that's hurting you. Any collections on your credit reports, your charge-offs, they need to get deleted. They're hurting you. All of these are collections, you know. You'll be able to see it say collection, collection. You'll be able to read it. Just say collection, collection. The stuff needs to get deleted. So all of these say collection. Even if it's paid, it's hurting you. Now these are positive accounts. You're not gonna see nothing bad on here. I ain't gonna say nothing bad. It says that it's open. The payment status says that it's current. When we go on the payment history, it says all okay. It don't say nothing about no 30, 60, 90, 120. That looks good. This one says terminated, means they just closed the account, but then it still say open. So this one account was kind of confused. I'm like, what the heck is going on with this account? But again, this is errors. This could be reasons why to get it deleted, but we're gonna leave it alone because it's in a positive area. But it says open, it says current. It also don't have any late payments. Okay. Why would they close two of my accounts when I never missing a payment, never late? They could have closed it due to inactivity, or sometimes they'll say, "Hey, we looked at your credit reports and seen the history with your other accounts. We're gonna remove this. I mean, we're gonna close your account." So those are the two reasons why I think that they would close it. You can close it due to inactivity. You haven't used it in the last 6 to 12 months, or they could close it because they say, "Hey, we seen some activity on your credit reports. We're gonna close it." And what exactly do you mean? Could it be an authorized user account? This one is authorized user, but look, it says open. It says payment status is current. We didn't see no late payments in here, so it's good. So that's how you can tell like the difference between a good account and a bad account. If all of them say the same or matching, they can be deleted, right? Um, I wonder. Yeah, it's probably inactivity, huh, T. Johnson. I wonder what do you exactly mean? Like if they all Oh wait, if they all of them not say the same or matching, they supposed to be deleted. They supposed to be deleted. That's the language I like to use. They supposed to be deleted. And if they don't delete it, then that's when we need to actually sue them. Okay. So they don't delete it. That's what I talk about. If they don't delete it, then we're gonna sue them. It shows terminated but open status. Exactly. But I'm like, okay, is it a good section? And it says open, it don't have any late payments. Even if it says terminated, the thing is going to be can you consider that in your forward credit cards to installment accounts? Not whether or not it's hurting your credit, because saying terminated don't hurt your credit. It's the late payments, it's terminated. Those are the statuses, including in bankruptcy. Those are the statuses that hurt you. But the terminated, remember I said I need y'all to have 4 credit cards, 2 installment accounts. I would just say, hey, you probably can't consider this as an open account. We don't know how it's affecting your credit in a sense. So I would say, hey, just get you a new account to replace that one. That's kind of how I looked at it. I was just like, okay, we don't know. I think I missed something too. Can it be an authorized user account? When you say could it be an authorized user account, Dance Queen, are you talking about like can we count that as our 4 credit cards, 2 installment accounts? Because I'm teaching us how to be independent with our credit. I don't want to depend on nobody else's credit. If you do have authorized user accounts on your credit reports, those are going to be considered bonus. That way, if they have late payments on it or anything like that, they start going crazy with their utilization, we can easily get it up out of there and it ain't gonna hurt us that much. You know what I mean? But if that's the only account you have in your credit reports, that was literally holding up your credit. Now you like dependent in a way. You need it. You like, dang, I gotta come deal with this. If I take this off, I'm not gonna have nothing. So I don't want us to be dependent. I want us to have our own 4 credit cards, 2 installment accounts, and then authorized user accounts are bonus. Why do you need 4 credit cards? I just say 4 credit cards, because if you have 4 credit cards, you got 4 chances of accounts reporting to the credit reports that you're paying on time. You just need to have credit. I have seen usually like this is another thing too. I go based off what I've done too. So usually like I'm like the credit queen in terms of telling people, hey, get them, you can get more credit cards, right? You can always get more credit cards. So I have seen people have 1 to 3 credit cards, but once they get that 4th credit card, their credit score will go up. Once they get that 5th credit card, their credit score is going to go down a few points, but that's only because they didn't need more credit cards. But when I seen that people that had 3 credit cards and they get that additional credit card, their credit scores still go up, that means that your credit liked it. So I go based off of that. I'm just going based off of like my past, what I've seen, and then two, now you got 4 credit cards every single month. You could think once a week, somebody gonna talk good about you. Okay. Somebody gonna say, okay, you've been paying on time, you've been doing this, you're gonna be doing that. So that's gonna be good. So I booked my appointments. You look forward to talking tomorrow. I'm ready to get all of this handled. Well, I'm looking forward to it too. So just make sure you got your stuff available. And then two, if you got the Identity IQ, I'll do that analyzer right when we first get on the phone. I'll do the analyzer for y'all. And then once we do the analyzer, then you will be able to look at it the way I'm looking at it. You'll be able to see, okay, these are my negative, these are my positive, and the positive, we'll look at that only to make sure you got 4 credit cards, 2 installment accounts. Other than that, they're positive, leave them alone. Like, you don't even care about them, okay? Just make sure you keep them open. But the negative, we gotta do something about that because that's what's weighing you down. Okay. Think about that as having rocks in your pocket while you're trying to swim. You gotta get rid of them rocks. Like they're weighing you down. You can swim so much better without them weighing you down. Think about it like that. Okay. So I'm gonna wait like until 10:15. I'm gonna answer questions at 10:15 and let y'all get y'all last little books. And then I'm going to get off of here and I'm gonna give y'all access to the course. Okay. So that's what I'm gonna do. So make sure that y'all get the 3-book bundle. So make sure y'all get y'all books. If y'all haven't already, make sure y'all get y'all books. And then that means that I'm gonna be able to go to sleep at 11:15 because I want to make sure I give y'all access before I go to sleep. So I say go ahead and get that stuff done, and then I'll make sure I send you all your books before I actually go to sleep. And if y'all have any last minute questions, go ahead and ask them now. And other than that, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Again, y'all, I know y'all at the 9 o'clock class. Some of y'all, like, I'm talking to one of y'all individually. Get your credit cards. Like, do not say, oh, I'm not gonna do it. I know I got 3, I'm fine. Get you one more credit card. Okay, go and be delusional. Go to my house, pre-qualify, no hard inquiry. Go get the credit cards. It's gonna pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry. And then guess what? Tomorrow we're working on removing inquiries. So you really ain't got nothing to lose. You need to have 4 credit cards. If you don't have 4 credit cards, you're not having the best credit scores. Okay, so when I said 100 points in a 30 days, I meant literally I wanted y'all to do that per bureau. Okay, and I know y'all can do it because I have actually helped a lot of people do it. And I know that it's not always easy, or you may think, no. No, like whatever that is that's holding y'all back, if y'all know y'all got to do something, y'all still don't want to do it, and y'all have the knowledge of it, you need to stop it. Okay, I had to have the same talk with myself today. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta do my homework. Girl, I was telling myself, like, girl, you need to be quiet. Like, I literally stopped myself and was like, dude, you better be quiet now. Do your homework now. You almost done. Like, this is what you chose. You the one chose to go to school. You the one. You sitting here crying like you need to be quiet. Put you on some music. When you get done, I'm gonna give you a donut or we go get some cake or something. I like bribe myself. So I stole some of the kids' trick-or-treating candy. I was like, dude, just do this. Like, whatever it takes, stop slouching, stop crying about this, get it done. So I bribed myself with some of the kids' trick-or-treating candy and I got it done. Y'all gotta do that same thing. Like, no excuses. We finna get this stuff done. If y'all don't have 4 credit cards, get them. And don't say that y'all probably don't have the money for security because I showed y'all a way that y'all can get those cards. Okay. Hey, where you been? Where you been? I'm about to leave now. And now any denials we can use this one. Exactly. You're getting it. You're gonna be a pro. You're gonna be a pro. I'm telling you, you getting it. Once you start, like once you get it, you're gonna be a pro. And that's what it is. Cause guess what? I'm gonna win or lose. It don't matter. You've been working. You've been working. I understand it. I understand it. I understand it. Me too. Me too. Me too. But yeah, anytime you won't get approved. Remember, y'all supposed to have y'all folders. So y'all put all y'all denials in there. Okay. Remember, I don't want to just use Jerry as like a punching bag. But literally, we just seen Equifax say you have denials, which is good, but they're not tied to inaccuracies. So if you have the inaccuracies, you have the denials. Now I can openly talk about these things, y'all. Once you have the inaccuracies and you have the denials, it's like it's the sweet spot, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Okay. All right, y'all. I got one more minute. Make sure y'all get y'all books. I'm gonna get out of here. I just want to make sure I cut it off so when I see other orders come through, it's gonna be too late because I'm already gonna be on to the next thing. Okay. All right. So we are there. So good night. Good night, everyone. Y'all have a great night. Okay, perfect, y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed the live. I'm gonna make sure I text Jerry now. Um, if y'all have any questions, definitely let me know. I want to support y'all in any way I can, but understand too, I am only one person. So it's only so much I can do, but I want to help y'all as much as I can. I will definitely see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock, we're gonna talk about how to remove inquiries from your credit reports. Okay. So I will see you all later. Have a great night.